My goal is to at least make some of you shudder a little in real life. Like, just squirm a little. With how graphic I've made some of these descriptions.
Sick.
Now, on a lighter note, let's start with the telltale jingle.
I'm gonna roll some things. Oh,
Get yourself a taste of.
All right, what were you saying?
gonna roll some things to hide the chat log for obvious reasons.
Okay, yeah. Anyways.
Before we start, can we have like a small recap of what happened last time? Because it's been a while, right?
Yeah, that's kind of that was the plan. So
Cool,
why don't we do that now that everybody's here?
Cool.
Who wants to start?
Well, we started out at that what's the place called again? The trailer park.
Station. The trailer park. That was Nova Vale. You actually still should have the handout with the sign.
Nova Vale sign. Trailer park.
Yep, and things were really going bad there.
Funny.
Yeah, it is. I just noticed that.
Me too. I didn't notice it last time until just now.
What, you mean the rust kind of making things a little bit
No, there's just no E in welcome.
There's no E in welcome.
Yep. And the rusting
at the end of welcome. Yeah, exactly. It makes it look like it's spelled C-U-M, exactly. It's fucking hilarious.
Yep. So yeah.
Anyway, things were going bad there. People were getting sick. Those freaks were bursting out of their bodies, basically. So we started a fire and got the hell out of there through the swamp.
Yep, where you met Stephen Henry Reck.
Yep, and he had a shipping manifest for the nuts that pointed us to Reno Station.
Mm-hmm.
It's where they ship from.
Yep.
So we boarded our ship and went there to investigate.
And what did you
find
there?
And now someone else take over.
Yep, who wants to go next?
Let's see, aboard Reno Station, we found, well, at least we got some decent quarters this time. We were able to stay in a nice place. We found some UPP guys, I believe they were.
Might have been.
They had a locker full of stuff, and it seemed a little suspicious. We
a little bit sus, if you must say.
We broke into their locker, and they had instructions for one of the rooms that was actually in our hotel, and a bunch of fake uniforms. We also came across an armory. I believe that was USCMC Armory, correct?
Yep. Yeah, if I remember correctly. It's been a while for me, too.
It should have been.
Yeah.
We eventually found... I don't know, I'm trying to think. That's right, we tried to find the data on the computers, and all the data was being erased in real time from somewhere else on the ship. So we eventually found the room, which was related to these guys that were hiding outfits and trying to sabotage something. We found their operation, and were able to figure out that the tainted nuts were actually still on the station in the shipping warehouse.
You also found out where they originated from.
Right.
Where was that?
No, I don't recall the name of the plantation.
Grabahan.
Grabahan, right.
But that wasn't all. Does anybody else remember what happened at the very, very end?
Well, Wei Yu shows up, and they start looking around and start asking questions, and then it becomes obvious that they're occupying the docking bays, probably waiting for somebody to board a ship.
Yeah, they
Much
were
like
looking
our
for
ship.
us.
Yeah. And you guys managed to evade them. And Will gave them the 2 middle fingers, which was enough to actually do 2 health damage to one of the guards as you guys closed the airlock.
That's right.
We also managed to make friends with the fellow at the armory.
Yep.
And
that was
get some much needed equipment.
Yep, that was I believe Hefty Sack. Yep, that was the guy at the armory, and you also made friends with the marshal.
Yeah, we met a nice man who is taking care of Jack's wife.
Yeah, shut up, you fucking slut.
Okay, now that we've gone over that, I will turn off the stream background and we will go to Roll20. Hooray, I actually remembered this time instead of having to be reminded 15 minutes in.
I also got a stream going too, just so you know. Double.
Oh, hell yeah.
Double
I'll probably
angle.
use your stream because the problem with being
DM
the GM
side.
is they see all the secrets.
Exactly.
And on your side, it'll be a lot cooler. There'll be reveals that'll be surprising. Anyways, everybody, place your tokens.
Where are we?
You're on the USCSS Nuttin' Better.
I mean, where are we on the map? Like
You've just gotten to the airlock, so on the far right.
Okay, cool. Boop.
Excellent.
Robo B2 cool, Robo B2 dank,
Okay.
Robo B2 dank.
Allow me to begin. You feel the telltale shudder of moving parts as the primary airlock disengages from the umbilical. Cho puts all power to the thrusters, nearly throwing you all off your feet as you speed away from Reno Station. It becomes smaller and smaller in the viewport until it disappears entirely. Let me just switch up our audio track real quick. Oops. There we go. Give me just a minute. I need to get the coordinates, Cho says, typing into a terminal nearby. A large database of nut farms is displayed, and she types her search query. Grabahan's stellar coordinates pop up, and she sets your destination. Estimated travel time is approximately 7.4 days. As with your trip to Reno, you will need to enter cryostasis in order to avoid the debilitating effects of neurological distortion disorder. You will enter FTL in approximately 4 hours. If there's anything you wish to do, or words you wish to speak to each other, now is the time.
Excellent.
Well, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Well, I need to probably update the operations back at the office about what we uncovered. See if we can cease all shipping from Grabahan until we get this mess sorted out.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yep, that would be something that you would do at Mother. Or on the bridge, one of those two.
I'm gonna reapply my makeup and make sure I'm all prettied up.
Not enough makeup in the world. In the universe.
Okay, let me roll. Okay, no, you don't take any damage from that burn.
I've had genital rash burn worse than that.
Oh my god.
A lot of my father used to say, been insulted by a lot prettier people than you.
Damn. We heating up in here. Don't
Out of
get too
character.
hot.
Out of character, that is actually something my dad says.
I like that.
Candace would probably say, "Never met a talking ashtray before."
Oh!
God damn. God
This
damn.
is getting spicy. Woo! Spicier than some spicing hot chicken wings, brother. Whoa!
Whoa, brother.
Well, Guy Fieri, I didn't know you made it off on the shuttle.
He's just
You just
stowing
see
away
him,
in the
it just
vents.
pops out in the armory.
He's just in the vents.
Yeah, you hitched a ride in the landing gear.
It's just
Like a
you
queen
just
in
start
Alien.
banging the walls, and Guy Fieri's just start falling out.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing. Imagine Alien, but all the cuts of Alien are just replaced with Guy Fieri.
Saying whoa, brother.
Yep, it's just the same
Oh,
exact movie,
and-
but you replace the entire every instance of the Alien with Guy Fieri.
And like the scenes where like the little baby mouth comes out, it's just a smaller Guy Fieri head.
Yes, exactly. That would be fucking amazing. Anything else you guys want to do?
Well, I better call back to home base. I gotta call Mr. Cajones. Itchy Cajones.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to say?
Well, we need to cease all operations from plantation Grabahan. We'd also like to know what is our latest contact with Grabahan plantation and how many shipments have come out.
Contact has been nominal. We have not seen any signs of issues on our end, but only time will tell. I will make sure that we cease operations immediately. They've been quite prolific. They are actually one of our sites for our new nut butter product. I'm sure you know. You and Gus spearheaded that project after all. But
Well, we're having an issue with the product coming out of that plantation.
we will
So
shut it down and cease operations immediately. The order has already been sent.
we also need a recall on anything we can get our hands on to get back.
I will send out that recall notice right away.
Don't have time to deal with the PR stuff right now, but keep your head on a swivel and keep it quiet for now.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Itchy.
You're welcome, Danglin. Anything else anybody wants to do, or are we going straight into cryo?
Nothing that I know of.
Okay.
Let's take a nap.
Now, what feels like an instant to you, as the tubes close and you feel the telltales, you shiver as the cryo liquid kind of hits you, and then it's over, and you hear a faint hiss as the cryo tubes open, and the air just feels freezing to your freshly thawed skin. Your throat is parched and your skin is still glistening with the gel that kept you in hibernation. So right now you are currently dehydrated. You can get water or just take hydration, which is a type of pharmaceutical that you might find in your med lab to avoid suffering the effects from dehydration. And you can grab your clothes from your personal lockers.
Jack's headed to the med lab because the first thing he does when he gets out is he takes a swig of out off his flask and he puts a cigar in his mouth and lights it up and he starts walking to the med lab.
Okay, you're gonna grab a dose of hydration?
Yep.
Okay. By the way, anybody, if you have stress right now, you can clear it. Just clear it to 0. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of opportunity to get it set right back up.
God damn,
England's
it's
going
cold.
to the galley.
I'm gonna
Don't
say
y'all
up a little.
stare at my pokies now.
Cook me up a little bacon.
Yep, you've got space bacon. You've got plenty of actual non-tainted Bophades nuts of all different varieties. These you sourced yourself. You know they're safe.
Now, Mr. Danglin, you want me to make one of Will's favorites, a nut omelet?
Yeah, you can make Will whatever you want, but I'm fine cooking for myself, thanks.
You sure you don't like a little bit of nut in your eggs?
I find it a bit redundant.
Jam, that's a good one. Now, you hear over the comms, you hear Cho from the bridge. Look alive, everyone! We're not the only ship here.
Joe, what other ships do we have?
Come and yourself.
Well, my bacon's not quite crispy yet, but I'll eat it.
I'll go ahead and look and see. You just keep minding that bacon.
Oh, all
Will,
right.
you recognize this type of ship, but at first you notice Grabahan. The world resembles many other Earth-like planets. Greens, browns, and beiges mark the continents, while deep blue seas separate them. However, that is not the only thing that catches your eye. You can just make out another ship in orbit. Based on its trajectory, it appears to be on an intercept course. And it is also hailing you. Will, you recognize the make of this ship. Let me grab the exact name of the model. Give me just a second. This is a Bougainville. It's the kind of newer frigate that is used by the Colonial Marine Corps.
Are there any markings on it?
Excellent.
You can't see from this distance. It's probably about 50,000 kilometers away. But it is hailing you.
Alright, Joe, go ahead and answer them.
USCSS Nothing Better. This is Lieutenant Colonel Drew Peacock of the USS Avadora. This planet has been declared hazardous and is now under quarantine. CMC has this situation under control, and entering further into Grabahan airspace is a capital offense. Leave now. Now, Will, do you want to examine anything about this situation? Maybe?
Oh, definitely.
Do you look at the frequency?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a Comtech roll, just for the hell of it. This is not a frequency you've ever seen any Colonial Marines use in your entire career. However, it is a frequency you've often seen used by reps or other kind of forces from a particular corporation. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Does it start with a W?
Yes.
Guess I don't need those other 2 guesses.
Starts with a W and rhymes with Bayland Bhutani.
Yep, Balin Bukaki, more like it.
AI. What does the A stand for?
Alright, Joe. Well,
you know that your ship has absolutely no armaments. So
yeah. Well, these guys don't look like they're on the up and up, so see if we can come up with a good excuse as to why we need to land or get a little bit closer.
Okay, go ahead.
But
you are connected by comms, so you can talk back to them now.
I'm just going, I have really low empathy, so manipulation roll is probably not a good thing.
Well, does anybody else want to make it to the bridge?
Will's been a minute.
Hey, Dad, your bacon done?
Dangling walks in, stuffing the last crumbs of crispy bacon in his mouth. Now, Will, what's taking so long, boy?
Now, Dad, that ship over there, the other one orbiting the planet. Now, it might look like a US CMC, but it ain't one that I've ever seen. And they ain't using the normal comm frequencies. So,
somebody trying to get in our way. All right.
Oh yeah, they do not look like they're on the up and up. However, our ship would not put up a fight. I mean, we would go down faster than 6 out in steak on carnivore night.
Yeah, you know that this ship has rail guns. It has, let's see, what else? You know that it has, give me just a second, short lance ASAT missiles, tactical nukes. It actually has 2 railgun turrets. So, yeah, if this ship wants to fire upon you, you better just pray to whatever gods you believe in.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Let's see.
Pray to Bophades.
Oh my god.
Now we need a
That's so good.
Get the fuck out.
Someone please make that
Bophades.
Photoshop at some point.
Jesus.
That would be great.
Bophades.
Oh, Will, what was the fella's name on the line?
Oh, it was Drew. Drew Peacocks.
Drew Peacock. Lieutenant Colonel Drew Peacock.
Lieutenant Colonel there.
Now,
I'm Dan Glenn Bophades. I'm the CEO of the Bophades Corporation. This is my planet. There ain't no corporation or USMC or government's gonna tell me I can't go to my own planet. I own this whole planet. And
Tell him, Danglin.
I need to make a personal visit. There's business to attend to.
Make a manipulation roll. He's going to answer, the Colonial Protection Act allows the USCMC full jurisdiction when it is judged that a planet poses a danger or health hazard to any personnel. If you continue your approach, I will have no choice but to open fire.
Cut the comms, Joe. Ain't gonna listen to reason.
Joe actually, she keeps onto the comms, but as you get closer, it apparently, he thinks you've cut the comms, but you've basically hacked in. And
you just didn't hang up the receiver. You just went click.
You just put your
and you
hand
just
over
kept
the
line up.
You just put your hand over the microphone.
And this is what you guys hear on the other side. Because you actually see a small, as you've been trying to parlay, you've seen a small speck. You imagine probably a dropship of some sort or a shuttle coming up and docking into this Bougainville transport.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Aren't the ASAT missiles? Is the ground team back with the specimens yet? What's going on down there? Somebody answer me. Arm those goddamn missiles now.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. Well, what are you waiting for, you creepy-looking motherfuckers? Come and get some.
Well, sounds like they're having a bit of trouble down there.
More than a little bit. I mean, the stream is still going, Dad.
They really
Okay,
got
they're
it.
done.
That was a sick audio recording, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
That
Thank
was
you.
very well done.
Yep, that was Jam's doing in terms of audio mixing. But anyways,
Thank you,
everybody
Jam.
takes +1 stress level.
Oh, sick.
Everyone
dude.
or everyone present?
Everyone, because
was
that
broadcast
goes throughout your
the whole
entire.
thing?
Yep.
Oh, so
that-
y'all are playing that over the intercom. Wonderful.
Awesome. Okay,
Yep.
then I'm definitely gonna run up into the bridge area, get a better look
And-
at what the fuck's going on.
You now see the ship. It was actively maintaining an intercept course. It now seems to be listing a little bit.
Well, it looks like their friends brought on something very nasty to the ship. Lucky us.
So,
Well,
It sounded like what I heard at the cruise ship.
yep. It continues to get closer and closer, though you note, Jack, that it sounded similar, but not quite the same.
Close enough.
Anyways,
My PTSD's acting up. Takes a sip of his fucking flask.
yep. And Cho actually, because the ship starts to, it's getting close. If it were able to fire, it would have easily been able to get you at point blank range at this point. Cho actually banks hard to avoid an immediate collision with the ship as it just continues on its path, kind of listing to one side.
You could say that she did a barrel roll.
Yes,
Do a barrel roll.
exactly. Now,
Coincident in space time.
you have several choices. You realize that nuking the site from orbit would be the easiest and most efficient way to sterilize the damn place. But your starship is a commercial vessel and as such does not carry any form of firepower that you could use for that purpose. If you want to end things, you're going to need to go down to the surface. And for that, you have two options. You can either land with the entire spacecraft, the USCSS Nothing Better, or you can take one of the two shuttles and leave your actual ship in orbit under the watchful eye of Cho or Duncan or whoever to maintain that orbit until such time as you are ready to leave. It is up to you.
I'd say we take the shuttles. Dibs on left nut.
Yeah. The shuttle's probably the smarter idea. I would
can't
say.
risk the whole ship here.
No.
Now, Cho will stay, or actually, Cho will come with you. She will just set up the, because she tells you, we're going to need all the active hands we have if those things were able to take out an entire ship full of armed mercenaries.
True.
Yep.
We're a bunch of goddamn civilians except for Will. But you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But Duncan and Fondolin are gonna stay up here.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
for
they're
the
like
best.
70.
Grandma and
Yeah.
Grandpa, do you know how to talk to Mother, right?
What,
Of
are you
course,
crazy?
I've been talking to Mother since before you was born, boy. I remember when they first invented Mother.
Was it called Motherfucker back then?
Oh, you better believe it. It was one of those VR porn headsets.
Ah, right. So you are well versed in how to talk to her.
You goddamn well know it.
It was the successor to the Step Bro model.
Oh, yeah, the Step Bro model. The amount of hours I had on that thing, you realize that he could just go on for hours, and you might want to make your way to the shuttle.
Now, Mama, don't let Daddy touch none of the controls on this ship, all right? He can talk
You
to Mother
got
all
it.
he wants, but don't let him touch any of the controls, for God's sake.
Yep, Cho actually
I think-
sets one of those, those, like, long, extendable poles that can, like, lock a steering wheel?
Yes.
She basically sets a whole
Just got
bunch of
that on
those
the ship.
all over the bridge.
It's called the club.
Like-
And also, Grandma, don't let Granddaddy touch the grill, or Dad's gonna get so mad. He hates it when anyone else touches his grill.
Don't eat all my damn bacon now.
All right.
When you guys,
You have 2 metric tons of it, Dad.
You never have too much bacon, son.
2 metric tons.
you guys find Candace waiting in this area, and she's wearing her knee-high combat boots, a camouflage miniskirt, and her face is painted black
Jesus.
Oh God.
with
So-
red war paint markings.
Let me see your wall face. You guys
I'm
get
ready,
into
Will.
You guys get into the shuttle. The descent is surprisingly peaceful, but the largely silent journey to the surface gives you that much more time to ponder what horrors may wait for you here. Whatever they were, they proved to be a match for heavily armed PMCs. The thought sends shivers up your spine. There's then a soft thud as the landing gears hit the ground. It's now or never. Now, inside the shuttle, in addition to just your run-of-the-mill, what you've brought with you, there are enough Mark 50 compression suits for every passenger aboard, should you wish to use them.
I think it'd be a good idea.
50.
Now,
What is that difference between that and the M3 personnel armor that we got from?
Well, it
Chicken
has
Station?
a sealed environment. So it has air supply 5. Let me grab the full stats. It has, let's see, give me just a second. It has armor rating of 2, air supply of 5, but agility -1. Now, Will, you have access to a single Mark 35 pressure suit, which is armor rating 5, air supply 4, but weight 2. I'll put this in the chat.
My roll 20's all fucking fucked up. All I see is a black screen.
Oh, look up at the very top.
I am.
Let me, do you not see a little bit of, if you go to the very top of the map, you should see something.
I'm not seeing anything either.
Okay,
yeah.
let me put,
Yeah, you gotta place your character first.
yeah.
Oh.
He's using that fancy pay for. Yeah. Fog
Now-
of War stuff.
Fog of
So
War.
where should we drop our characters in?
Right over by Theo and Gus. And then I will
That doesn't help. Top right, top left.
top
Where I'm
left.
pinging. Yeah, where
Top
we're pinging
left.
here.
Yep.
There.
I don't know
That purple
why.
circle.
Can
Yeah.
you ping one more time? I missed it. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm still. I almost dropped my character. Oh,
Inside
Yeah,
that
it's top
box, if you
middle.
can physically see it.
that's top
Yep.
middle.
Or can you not see it? Give me a sec. No, you
Yeah, do
can't see.
top middle.
Yep, let me move you
Oh,
over.
I see you guys. I see you guys. I see you guys. My
Okay.
my.
That is the landing pad. So I will just
Yeah, now it appears to be working.
I also don't hear the music anymore, which is weird.
that's weird. Does anybody else having that problem?
No, I'm
yeah.
hearing nothing either.
I can hear it.
I
It's
hear
really
music.
quiet right now.
Oh yeah, let me
What
There
was
we
the
go.
weight on the Mark 50? Or was
No,
it?
it's weight 1.
Weight 1? Okay.
I think actually let's go with this track.
Just
For
be
now.
my fucking. Just running so slow for me for some reason.
Yep. Probably it might be the dynamic lighting. If it comes down to it, I'll just turn it off, but
Yeah. Was that Mark 35 for me?
yeah, you only have one.
Okay. I will use that then.
Okay.
It looks like it's really bogging down, Robo,
Okay, let
from this
me
your stream.
Okay, then I will just I will turn off dynamic lighting. But I will or actually first let me, whoops, sorry about that. I don't know why. I'm gonna hide my bookmarks bar, so that doesn't happen again.
Don't worry, Mick.
Yep. So first things first, I just need to sorry if we're gonna turn off dynamic lighting, then I need to do a few things.
That's fine.
And that should be good. So turn off dynamic lighting, but I will turn on standard fog of war should work though. Okay. Let me know if that's okay for you guys. Everybody set?
Yeah.
Stepping out of the airlock, you immediately sense that something is wrong. What should have been a landing pad is covered with slick black matter and sticky muck. Ahead of you, you can just barely make out the nut packaging factory, but there's no sign of activity. The lights are out. Conveyors are empty. Now, if you'll move south...
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Now try and keep as quiet as you possibly can.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that dynamic lighting, it looks cool as hell, but it was bogging my shit down so bad.
Yeah, that's a shame. I'll have to do the same thing for my other maps when we get to them, but...
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So, you're approaching the nut fields, but in the distance, around you, you hear distant sounds. You're not sure what they are, but you feel like you're not alone.
I'm going to say, or not say, I'm going to just start keeping a hold of that incinerator unit.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm
Okay.
also going to draw the machine gun, the pulse rifle M41A.
Okay.
Get
Now,
that
which
Candace
direction?
is
ready.
making sure the video camera is on
Nice.
and recording.
Okay, which way are you going now?
What?
Now, I take it nuts don't normally grow in a black swamp, do they?
No,
You see the
that's-
trees just ahead of you.
No. See, that's the beauty of both of these nuts. They're so versatile and regal that they can terraform any planet.
And yet, when you
Resilient
start getting
nuts.
close to these nuts, you immediately see something is very, very wrong.
Those nuts don't look right to me, Will.
Those are not your typical Bophades nut trees. Those aren't nuts at all. They
Like
are...
some big black nuts there.
These trees would normally have vibrant green leaves with beautiful spread branches. There would be nut sacks gracefully hanging from the tips, ripe and ready for plucking by the nut farmers. But what you see in their place is enough to make your stomach churn. The trees are blackened and twisted, with leaves as black as night. Where the nut sack should be, instead there are clusters of small bulbous pods. All of you are any of you wearing anything other than a compression suit?
I think everybody's wearing compression suits.
Yeah, I put one on.
I'm wearing a Kevlar riot vest.
Okay, So, Jack,
In addition or as opposed?
you can't have. Unfortunately, you can't. You'd have to wear one or the other.
That's why I want to specify.
Yeah. So, Jack, are you deciding to go just with your riot vest, or
was there a reason that I would need to get into the other thing?
you might have had a sense that just being somewhere on another planet where something has gone very wrong, knowing that there's bioweapons involved?
Will, as a CBRN specialist, would have warned everybody to wear the compression suits.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so if I had a reason, then yeah, I'll be wearing that. Do I need to change my armor rating or anything?
Armor 2, air supply 5.
Air
He also
Supply,
posted
that's
it
one
in
of my
chat.
favorite bands. In chat? I see it. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be agility. Oh, not -2. Sorry, agility -1. So anything like mobility, range combat, etc., will be at a -1 penalty while you're wearing those suits.
You said -1 agility?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's...
while you're in the suits. But what do you want to do now?
Wait, can I put that Mark 35 on with the 5 armor and the...
There's only one, and Will's wearing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
because those are not civilian grade.
Okay.
They're very specialist. The crotch is like super tight, and you have to have special training to make sure that it doesn't pop your nuts.
Right. Small wiener, small nuts. Got it.
So, do you guys keep moving?
I'm gonna make sure I film these bulbous pod.
I'm gonna give these trees as wide a berth as I physically can. Which, given their density, is likely not going to be all that much.
They seem to not react to you. You're not sure why.
Well, I'd probably be very sure why. It's a plant, but at the same time, I still don't want to be near
There's
it.
no undulation.
God damn.
I don't like being surrounded here.
They just keep going for as long as we can see.
Yeah, this was a typical Bophades nuts plantation. At least it used to be. Now, this is not quite the scale, because otherwise the map would be too big to process. So everybody make me an air supply roll. Okay. Danglin, Phil, and Candace, reduce your air supply by 1. Everybody else, you're all good.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will note the other characters are here with you, also wearing their compression suits. I'm just not bothering to put them there because then it just becomes harder for me to deal with.
No worries.
Okay, which way do you guys want to go?
I'd say we keep going south. Because
Okay,
wasn't that where we were trying to head?
Yeah, I think Dan should be guiding us where the facility is.
So you realize that it is, roughly south, mostly south, a little bit southeast. But there are other buildings here, you'll notice.
Yeah, I just looked at the map. I was wondering if we saw those guard towers when we...
Yeah, you would have seen them kind of towering over the trees.
Okay.
Let's walk along this way, a bit along the road here. Or the edge of this.
I'm gonna go this guard tower over here.
Okay, you splitting up.
Doesn't seem like a great idea.
Where's Jack going? Oh, he's trying to get a vantage point.
You think we should go follow him?
Yeah.
Am I hearing
Y'all
that?
hear that?
Oh, definitely.
I don't think that's a turkey.
But you feel like something or some things are watching you. Now you get up to the guard tower.
Is there a
And-
door? Anyone in it?
Well, a large mound of bodies line the struts of this tower.
Oh, that's lovely.
You find a severed human hand gripping onto the ladder. A large streak of blood and disturbed dirt leads from the guard tower and further south, out of sight. If you go, you can go up to the perch, like the actual perch where the actual guard would be standing.
Right.
Because this is at the base of the tower.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna climb up the ladder. Remove the hand from the ladder and climb up it. Can I?
You find a bunch of empty cigarette packs and a few spent pistol magazines, though 2 are fresh. So you find 2 fresh pistol magazines.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll say, anyone using a pistol?
I have one.
Candace is.
I'll split them up. Then I'll throw one to Candace and give the other one. Because I've only got a 357 Magnum. I can't use the. I mean, I guess I could have unloaded the bullets, but could I, or is there even any reason?
I'll say that you find a single reload, but
okay,
you're gonna take +1 stress as you see yellowish. It's lying in a pool of both blood and pale yellowish viscous fluid.
Okay. Is there any reason for me to use investigation up here?
If you want to use it, you can use it.
You can roll for observation. Only one attempt allowed. For each success you roll, you may ask the GM one of the following questions. The GM must answer truthfully, but okay, cool. So I roll a observation.
Just roll flat observation.
Booyah.
3 successes. Okay, what do you want to ask? What do you want to know?
Well, I guess I get to. You said I get to ask. It says I get to ask a question for each success. Okay, so I get to ask all 3 questions. First one is, what happened here?
You're not entirely sure, but whatever happened, you imagine it has to do with. It's connected to whatever happened on the Avadora. You imagine that there is something dangerous on this planet, and it has just butchered whoever's been here. Whatever it is, it's aggressive. It is fast. You could see bullet holes in multiple directions. So whatever this thing was, it was able to
dodge
quite
the bullets.
easily. Yeah, it was quite easily able to dodge out of the way of incoming fire, and it is just. It's legitimately unsettling. It brings you back to your time aboard the Galaxy, though there's something different. That yellow fluid, if this had been those creatures, putting your hand into that would have melted it down just through the bone into nothing. You felt kind of a little bit of a tingle, but there was no...
It's like it's watered down.
Melting. Watered down, or even just not, like, mildly, maybe, acid.
Okay.
Would
Okay.
he have felt that through his suit?
I guess not. No, but he would have. He notices this. He notices the fact that it's not melting.
But it's the same
His
color
suit.
as the stuff that was melting stuff on the galaxy.
Yeah, it's a little bit greener, but
Okay.
a little bit greener, but it's very, very yellowish.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll just I'll yell down and say, whatever we're gonna be dealing with, just know it's gonna be fast. And then the second question is going to be, is there anything hidden here, and if so, where?
Well, you've gotten everything here. You imagine that if you checked some of the other guard towers, you might have a chance of finding maybe some unspent rounds or something.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. And then third question is, are there any details here that are out of place, something that's out of the ordinary besides the death and the bullet holes and the greenish yellowish not as acidic blood?
Not exactly, no. It's pretty typical of what you'd expect of an incredibly violent, dangerous creature on the loose.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll slide down the ladder like a cool guy, and then when I hit the ground, I'll be like, yeah, if we'd like to check the other guard towers, I'm sure we could find some more ammo, but it's up to you guys. I just wanted to see if maybe there was someone around we could maybe talk to. That's why I walked over here. Sorry, I split up the group there momentarily. We should probably be on the move.
Oh, we can check north to the tower, or we can go across the field to the guard tower to our east.
Someone make me an observation roll. You could swear you see something. You could swear you see movement in the distance.
Oh, hold up, guys.
You don't know what it is. In just a blink of an eye, it's gone. But you saw something.
I think whatever it is, it knows we're here.
That's what I was talking about. It moves fast.
Let's move across the field, check the other guard tower, and then keep going.
Sounds good.
Now, Dan, a thought has occurred to me, which is somewhat of a rare occurrence. But why are we here? I mean, wouldn't it be a bit more efficient to just nuke the site from orbit? Start anew?
Well, I'd love to if you happen to pack a nuclear warhead in your sack.
I just think we ain't gonna be able to deal with all these with, well, shake my incinerator unit. Just one of these.
Right, and I don't got too many rounds or reloads for the pulse rifle, and I've only got 3 reloads for my Magnum, so
just means that you're gonna have to hide or run.
Yeah.
At the base of the tower, you see another trail of that thick yellow fluid leading from the ground and up the walls of the tower itself.
You want me to go first?
We'll cover you from down here.
You guys think them creatures was pissing in here?
So he'll sling his pulse rifle around his back and draw his Magnum. And climb up the ladder.
While he's going up the ladder, I'm gonna say Phil just takes a quick look around the bottom. If that's reasonable.
You continue to see blood, but you also see claw marks. Deep claw marks. Whatever this thing is, it's playing for keeps. So, you get up there, and you find 2 bodies. One is a security officer, lying dead in a pool of dark red blood. The other is a medium-sized, pale, horrifically alien creature. +1 stress. It has no visible eyes.
Jesus Christ.
And it has multiple clutches of those same golf ball-sized sacs emerging from its rapidly decomposing body.
Guys,
The
we
same
got some
sacs that you
bodies.
saw in the trees. You see spent shotgun shell casings scattered across the floor, and you can see multiple holes caused by panic firing in all directions. A 37 A12 12-gauge shotgun lies in the dead man's limp grip.
Anybody know how to use a shotgun?
I'm hanging on to the rifle myself.
I look at my pulse rifle. I look at the shotgun. I think about the guard tower that we were just at and how pulse rifles and pistols miss. I drop my pulse.
Rifle fire. These are civilians.
I drop my pulse rifle and I pick up the shotgun.
Okay, shotgun is short range, damage 3, armor doubled.
Okay. Hold on.
Let
Sorry.
me get you the exact name.
Hey, Yellow. Hey, that's a nice piece you got up there. Reminds me of my daughter's trap gun. Or I guess I would say Na's trap gun because technically she's not Phil's daughter, but yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to give the reloads from your pulse rifle to someone else, or if you just want to keep it and like sling it over your shoulder while you carry the shotgun as well, it's up to you.
Ooh.
It has 3 reloads.
Ooh, I can do the.
Guess it depends on your encumbrance level.
Yeah, encumbrance is twice your strength attribute, so
6.
I believe for. Well, it doesn't. If you've got the tough attribute, it would be. Yeah, your. If your strength
I do
attribute.
have that. I do have tough.
So then it would be your original strength. So what is your current health? Like maximum.
3.
Okay, so your maximum encumbrance is 6.
Okay. So could I carry a shotgun, a pulse rifle, and a magnum at the same time?
Let's see. So the magnum, I believe, only. So each of those weighs 1. The M41A, the 12 gauge, and then let me double check what the magnum weighs. Yeah, the magnum weighs 1. So yeah, the total weight of those weapons is 3.
Okay.
And for the sake of this scenario, we're gonna assume that reloads don't add encumbrance because it's not like you guys had a solid supply of them and could have kind of taken advantage of that. So
Right.
We're not gonna worry about reloads encumbering.
Okay. And you said what was the bonus and damage for the shotgun?
Okay. Bonus, give me just a second. Bonus is 2.
Okay. 2.
Damage 3.
3.
Short range, armor doubled.
Short range. Where do I put armor doubled?
Just in the comments or the special rules at the very bottom.
Okay. Okay. Armored doubled. Cool.
Yep. So it's not good against anything heavily armored, but against anything that's got,
Like flesh.
Yeah, it's gonna make mincemeat out of.
Yeah. Yep. I understand that. Okay. And how many reloads for it?
3.
Cool.
Okay. So where are we going, boys?
Let's keep moving south from here. So. My mouse is screwed up. Every time I try to move, it moves the whole screen with it.
Yep, I've had that happen. Okay.
Looks like this is the edge of the property.
Everybody make me an air supply roll again.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Candace and Phil, lower your air supply by 1.
I just don't breathe ever. I'm just smoking a cigar the entire time.
I'm just gonna say that you are so, like, you're basically, this is so familiar and inducing so much trauma that you're doing the opposite of most people's stress response. You're like, every minute you basically have to remind yourself to take a breath.
Yeah. I'm holding my breath.
Whereas
so
Will is
much.
just...
Will's just trained.
No. Will has been farting this entire time, so he's been actively holding his breath, trying to not breathe it in.
Oh no! That's hilarious.
Well, they just did a study recently, and apparently if you fill a pig's colon with a bunch of air, they don't need to breathe anymore.
What?
I mean, turtles can, certain turtles can breathe through their butts.
The gut lining in their
That's crazy.
bowel
You can
is
absorb
enough.
The
Yeah.
shit that absorb the oxygen. That's crazy.
I mean, you'll have to look up the details, but
Yeah, that's fucking
that's
weird.
basically what I heard.
Nice.
I believe it.
I know what experiment I'm trying out this weekend.
Jesus.
I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
BRB.
He shows up at the state fair pig petting park with a bike pump.
Oh my god.
With a
No.
fucking air hose.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
You know, if it works on a pig.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, as they say.
That's right. Are there any things on
I'm not
these
coming over
shuttle
next
pads?
No.
Okay.
Though, yeah, it appears they have not been used.
Okay.
At least recently.
Now, why
There
don't
may
we
be
land
one-
here?
These
Good
are too
question.
small.
Okay.
Also, you didn't know that because you went for the typical kind of incoming landing pad. These are for departures.
It's the wrong terminal. This is the departure terminal.
We're spreading the nuts out.
There's another tower.
Oh dear God, this one is worse than any of the others. Jeez.
Looks a bit.
You find shards of bone and little giblets of meat kind of dripping from the top of this tower. As well as more of that yellowish fluid.
Will, why don't you give Jack a rest and check this one out for us?
Alright.
Thanks. Keep you covered down here.
Climbing up,
And do two pump jump.
you find, first off, take a stress because you find what used to be a human, but is nearly completely stripped to the bone. Something has absolutely devoured this human being. There are signs of a struggle, but apparently it didn't last long. Whatever did this outclassed this person in every possible way. There's signs of a second body having been there, and drag marks leading further this way. Can you guys see that ping?
Yeah, further to the
Yes.
west.
Yes.
Is there anything else up here?
I'll say you find a single pistol mag. A single pistol reload.
Alright. Well, considering I've got 4, I can give that to someone else who needs it.
I only have 3. I could take another one.
Alright, I'll give it to Candace.
Okay.
Well, looks like whatever these creatures are, they're hungry. And they're probably pissed.
You see to your... Yep, to the west is the staff facilities entrance. Or the entrance to the staff facilities. You imagine you'll be able to get to the factory through here. You could make the walk directly, but it'd be about 10 kilometers. And you can still hear whatever it is out there stalking the fields. So, it's up to you if you want to risk it.
I don't want to be out here no more, Will.
Yeah. Probably
Outside,
a bad idea to be outside.
these are not normal security guards. These are similar to the men you saw at Reno guarding your ship.
Corporate bastards.
You see recent trails of blood and gore trailing off into the nut fields, as well as signs of gunfire. There are footprints leading into the bunker, as well as several trackways leading out. A massive concrete hemi-dome cuts deep into the ground. There are dozens of mutilated bodies lying in the ground. Now, by the front door, you see a Weyland-Yutani PMC slumped over by the wall.
Son, you still alive?
Make an observation roll.
I'm guessing he wasn't part of the normal security crew, was he?
Jack readies his shotgun.
Okay. He is.
Candace is filming this.
But his faceplate is broken. His armor, it looks like he took off his chest piece, as he may have been struggling to breathe. And a trickle of blood seeps from his nose. But he is breathing, though it is ragged and shallow.
Who are you, boy? Can you still speak?
As you guys approach and get closer, he suddenly begins to writhe and convulse violently against the wall. His eyes roll over in his skull, going from bloodshot to pure white. You can hear the wet tearing of flesh and sinew as the skin across his lower abdomen bulges outward. In just a fraction of a second, the skin reaches its breaking point. A hole emerges in the man's gut, right below where his belly button used to be. You are all showered with an eruption of blood and gooey, orange chunks of fat. It's hard to process what you are seeing. A gracile clawed arm stretches out from the perforated abdomen, slick with gore and giblets of flesh. Quickly, the arm reaches down towards the man's groin and wrenches back violently, reaching the perineum and tearing violently upwards. This man's body is no longer his own. You watch the clawed hand bisect the man's most intimate parts, spilling their contents onto the ground as it makes an exit for itself. The PMC is silent, unable to scream. You hear the splintering crack as the man's pelvic bones shatter, and the tearing apart of flesh and tendons as this violent birth continues. With his abdomen now opened like a blooming flower, the man's intestines spill out with a plop onto the ground, along with something else. It is pale, covered in strings of white fascia that form a sort of almost placenta. The last sound the PMC makes is a wet gurgle as veiny chunks of red and yellow leak out from his new orifices. All players must take one stress and make an immediate panic roll.
Sick.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm assuming there's no reaction fire on that, is there?
No.
Someone
Well,
has
what
not
we're gonna
been
do-
sleeping in anatomy lab.
He's nuts. The man's nuts.
They are effectively his you-know-what has been bisected and mutilated. Like, each nut, you can actually see the coiled seminiferous tubules spilled out onto the ground.
Okay.
You can see the primary vein or artery that would be the primary blood supply of your tool just
Jesus.
stringily hanging down, trickling blood.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Candace is gonna stumble back and hide behind the guard tower here.
What
Give
does
me just a second.
what does a 9 on a panic roll do?
Dropped item.
Yep. Dropped
I
item.
guess I'm dropping my shotgun.
Well,
Jesus.
I get to decide. It's
Oh, that's
GM's
right.
discretion. But I will see what items you have and decide accordingly.
Because
Alright.
Robo never drops a gun in a campaign.
Shit. Not even that. He never drops a gun multiple fucking times. That's never fucking happened in a campaign before.
Oh my god, that was fucking funny. So, yeah, because that's what's in your hand, I'm going to say it clatters to the ground because this starts bringing back vivid
Bad memories.
but
Yeah.
This is worse somehow.
Mhm.
It's even more violent. Now,
This is my nightmare.
yeah, because
I
all
pick
you
my
can
shotgun
imagine
back
is that
up.
actually happening to you.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
Candace is hiding, but she's still got her camera on.
Oh
Okay,
no.
shuffle.
Yep.
Everybody draw initiative.
Oh.
I think I messed it up.
Draw one card.
And then let me know what you guys got.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I'm putting it in chat.
Oh yeah, that's probably a better way to do it, huh?
Yep.
That's how we've been doing it for a while.
I know. Come on, give me a break.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just saying. Actually, you haven't been in a lot of the previous stuff, so
Dangling
So you wouldn't know.
11. Okay. Bill,
You started,
you
thank you.
got 25. And Jack, you got a 16. Oh, Will, you got a 27, my bad. Will got a 27. Jack got a 16. And now, sort ascending. And allow me to...
add in the 17 separate steps of initiative for this.
Dan, it's your go first.
Okay.
Oh, this thing gets to go last. Nice.
And it only gets to go once. Man.
Well,
I mean, it was just born.
Yeah. It's still kind of writhing in that coating of white fascia. You know, like, if you've ever had, like, raw chicken and it's got that white kind of glisteny kind of membrane around it?
Yes.
That's exactly what this thing is sort of covered in, although it's also got this red kind of sac that's still attached to this man's gut.
Dan Glenn has been backing up during this horrible magical girl transformation process until he backs up against the guard tower.
Okay.
And then
Is that
he's
all?
going to shoot it.
Okay, that's going to be medium range. And that is going to be -1 for small target, so that's going to be at a -2.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh. I must not have
Oh, yeah.
hit my gun one.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You get a success, so let's see.
Roll it for the sound effect at least.
Yeah, I'll just do it again for that.
Oh, you're using
There
the
we
pulse rifle. Okay, so I'll let you have 2. And that's going to be armor halved, so... It takes it all. I'm guessing you're putting that all into damage?
Yes.
And let me grab the...
Nice.
It's a good opening volley.
Initiative disappeared, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's
Just making sure you knew.
4. It is mortally wounded, and it's contorting wildly. On its next initiative, it will try to kill the nearest victim. Although, you imagine if you were to get a couple more shots in, it might die before it gets that chance. You've basically timed this perfectly. Jack?
Alright, so what are the rules again about picking a weapon up? Is that my whole turn?
No, that would be your short action, so you wouldn't be able to aim.
Okay, that's fine. I'm picking up the shotgun, and I'm attacking without aiming.
Okay, so that's going to be a -1 because it's a small target.
Okay.
What about our compression suits too?
Oh yeah, so I guess, yeah, it would be -2, but...
Oh, should I reroll? I can.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's, no matter what, basically... I will, because armor doubled, so I'm guessing you're putting that all into damage, right?
Yeah.
So that is going to be... I'll say that one last success, so you just get 2, so that'll be 4 damage total.
Okay.
But let's see, because it's got armor doubled against this. So it still takes damage, and it dies.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But...
Way to loosen that jaw for me, Dangling. Was really able to open it up.
Surprised I could still aim. I still got it, I suppose.
You imagine it might not be good to linger around now.
I got that all on tape too.
We need to get inside now.
Yeah, let's get in that dank tunnel.
Alright. Now let me just do something real quick, because I have to... Just... Okay, I'll be getting you there in a second. Let me just,
Take your time.
Candace is offering her flask. Anybody need some of this now? I swear my cold sores ain't flaring up right now.
Okay.
I'll take a swig, fuck it. Free liquor, I never pass that up. Gulp.
They just took a sip of moonshine.
Boom. Place yourselves.
Tastes great.
Some special carny moonshine.
Entering the bunker, you feel yourself escaping from the heat of the outside. Whatever tragedy happened here hasn't affected the power supply, as the lights and air conditioning are still active. Descending the concrete ramp, you arrive in a very basic receptionist room. 2 small strings of hardback have been arranged along the eastern wall, separated by a residential coffee machine and a magazine table. A folding table with a terminal and office chair has been set up towards the back of the room. The concrete floor has several splotches of yellow on the ground and a long trail of blood leading in from the outside. Another of the strange, pale creatures lies dead, with a letter opener stabbed deep into its skull. More black, golf ball-sized pods seem to be sprouting from its corpse.
Can I get a description of this letter opener?
It's basically, it's like it's a pretty sharp knife. Like, it would have been used to be, like, this thing is It's not quite as big as a combat knife, but you could kill someone with it quite easily.
It would not be fun to be stabbed with it.
No.
That's impressive.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, 1 in a million shot, Doc. So.
I think Jackson will walk up and kind of kneel down, look at the letter opener, and pull it out and stick it into his into his belt.
Okay. It's gonna be weight 1/4. It'll be bonus 0, damage 1.
Oh damn. Bonus
It's
0,
not in-
damage 1. I'm guessing
Yeah, it's
short
obviously-
range or
It's close combat, so
engaged.
it'd be
Yeah.
yeah. And click the box that says close combat, or I believe CC.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Letter opener.
And you see a table. Be another air supply roll.
Was there something between you see a table and air supply roll?
Oh god damn it.
No,
Okay.
just okay. Candace, reduce your air supply to 1. Jack, reduce yours to 3. Will, reduce yours to 3. Bill, reduce yours to 2. Basically, air supply rolls are done about every turn, so about every 15 in-game minutes.
Now, Dan, they end up having any oxygen generators anywhere on this facility?
Might be able to find some, but
Well,
they
it's
would not
possible.
be. There would not be a lot of them because this planet is hospitable, so most people here wouldn't even need compression suits.
Nah, probably.
But with some clever MacGyvering, you might be able to kind of siphon some safe air out of the atmosphere into your suit's air supply. But you have to be
30-foot.
very careful about it.
30-foot long charcoal filter and air compressor on one side going straight into the new tank.
So, anybody want to do anything further in here?
Where do we see the table?
You see it right in the middle of the room, or actually right on the side. Sorry,
Right side, left side?
I'm gonna say right over here.
Okay. I'll stand up and go check out this table. What's on the table?
You find a clear plastic bin filled with armbands with a peel-off sticker saying, "I ate breakfast, I ate lunch, I ate dinner." Next to the bin is an open cardboard box labeled blackout flares. You notice several discharged flares lying on the floor next to it. However, there's one unlit flare.
Anybody got room? I'll like hold it like behind me. I'm like, here, somebody take this.
What is it?
I'll
a
take it.
flare?
It's a flare.
Yeah, it's a flare.
Oh, I guess Phil could take it.
And then
What's the weight on that?
I'm gonna say, I mean, it's just a little handheld flare. I'm gonna say it doesn't really have any significant weight.
And you said there were armbands that said,
Yeah.
I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
I'm
Imagine this is basically them keeping track of.
I'm gonna put one on my arm.
Which one do you want to? What do you want it to say?
Oh, I thought it was like an armband that said all 3. I will take the I ate breakfast.
Okay. Now, you want to keep moving?
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Yep.
Think it'd be a good idea to stick a few of those in our pocket?
The armbands?
Yeah.
I don't even really understand what they're for. I just thought it looked neat.
Sure.
Wanting to make a bold fashion statement.
If you wanted to grab some, I mean, yeah, maybe they would come in useful later. I don't know. I'll like pocket a couple of them. I'll just grab like a handful. You can make it.
They're not going to have any encumbrance value. Don't worry. Okay.
And they can be random as far as like the breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
Long hallway.
Anything in this hallway, or just a hallway?
It appears just to be a hallway. There's nothing you're seeing. Maybe a couple of blood stains, stuff like that. But
oh yeah, just a couple blood stains.
No,
yeah, I mean,
some of them look much older, like years old. Like someone tried to scrub it out and then just got bored.
Or are they fresh?
Yeah, I mean, most of it appears to have been done in the past. The oldest look maybe 6 days old. Some of it is a lot more fresh, like within the past 24 hours.
Such as the stuff in front of us.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was once a cafeteria and buffet line has now become an abattoir.
Not the buffet.
There are dozens of bodies stripped down to the bone, corpses gripping their exposed intestines, and other bodies in various states of mutation and dismemberment. Blood and yellow fluid has been strewn all over the walls and ceiling. Tables and chairs seem to have been set up in a makeshift barricade around the kitchen and hallway entrance. However, it was clearly overrun.
Ain't a pretty sight.
Looks like their potluck wasn't so lucky.
Give me a second, guys. I just spilled my drink. I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries.
Is that fella wearing chainmail?
He might be. It might be just a default asset. Who knows?
It was a costume party they were having.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, Daddy, didn't you let the workers have every Halloween where they could dress up?
Oh, is it Halloween on this planet right now?
Yeah, you also imagine maybe this person thought this might be enough to help protect them, but clearly didn't work.
I don't know, Dad. It was about harvest time. That's when people on most planets tend to like to celebrate Halloween.
True.
I don't know, or maybe they were just getting kinky.
But
You know, Bophades nuts has a very liberal dress code policy, so I could see someone taking some creative freedoms.
Several of these bodies appear to have been torn open from the inside, but not in a uniform manner. Some appear to have been ripped open from the back. Some have had their skulls, like, peeled apart. One of them has no ass. Like, the skin of the butt cheeks has been reflected outwards.
Whoa.
Like it burst out of his ass.
Yes.
Oh no. We got ass bursters in this campaign.
Like, imagine somebody basically stabbing in the small of your back, running the knife all the way down to right between your legs, and then kind of peeling the skin either way until you've got two flaps of skin flat on the ground. And then just all that meat of the gluteus muscle has just been splattered outward.
Katniss is getting this pile on video.
You also notice that not all of the human bodies are quite so human. You see some that look a little bit familiar, similar to what you saw in Nova Vale.
At that revelation,
freakish creatures.
You were saying?
Perhaps they've been eating the tainted nuts here too. Or perhaps whatever tainted them is infecting everyone.
You also see kind of spatters of gray, like almost like ash, in just isolated areas around the floors and walls, almost like something was there and then just disintegrated or fell apart.
About how much ammunition would it take to burn the bodies in this room? Or would it?
I'm gonna say it wouldn't be a ranged combat roll, so you wouldn't have to risk a reload. It would just be like a short pull of the trigger.
Yeah, I'd like to just set everything on fire in this room, just about.
Okay.
Because if we're dealing with those things again, I don't want to be near them.
Okay.
Smart.
Meanwhile, Dangolin's gonna walk over here to see what this doorway is.
Thank you.
Okay. It is another hallway. You see a few more bodies. Another one of the alien creatures. Dead. Its body sprouting more of those little pods.
Maybe we should be burning those pods too.
Sounds like a fine idea. Before I even finish my sentence, I do that.
Okay. Now,
Something at the end of the hall there.
A second. Let's see, what range is that? I'm gonna say that's long range. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry. Nothing to be concerned about.
Nothing to be concerned about. You don't see any traps.
Mm-hmm.
When the DM says there's nothing to be concerned about, there's a whole lot to be concerned about.
Especially when it's this game.
Yeah.
You don't believe that he's lying.
Precisely. Would I lie to you?
No, I don't believe it. I know it. I don't need to believe it. It's fact.
Alright, let's see what's down here.
Okay, give me just a second. I realized there's a playlist that I need to add to this game.
Talking about playlists. Never mind.
And come on. Oh, that's why. So at this four-way intersection, by the way, you see 4 signs. This way, you see, leads to the dormitory. The top way leads to the elevator. The way you just came says mess hall. And the way down that you just went says laundry/storage. There is a single discharged flare lying on the ground next to a partially mutated human. And quick observation shows that this body has several stab wounds.
Could be something useful in storage.
I agree.
Was this the correct direction for that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. For some reason, I thought it was east.
East? I thought you said west.
West. my favorite rapper, Kanye West.
So, you find this is actually 2 rectangular rooms filled with shelves of non-perishable foods and hygiene products. There are 24 washing machines and dryers as well. A single top-load machine is turned on and violently vibrating.
Now, what's making all that racket?
Well, you can check.
I'm gonna hold my pistol and open it up at arm's length.
Well, still running, might be locked.
Soiled clothes come out. Not soiled like urine, just
dirty.
It was doing a load of laundry. Seems like somebody was here relatively recently. So, whatever's been going down has gone down quite... It's been going on maybe for a while, but people have survived up until relatively recently. It's still possible that there are people around.
Unless one of these monsters decided it needed to do some laundry.
You never know.
Well, anything useful on these shelves?
Well, you see some Bophades nuts, you see coffee grounds, you see Instamash, basically all sorts of foods that are gonna stay
not perishable.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Now, only one of you, choose which one of you is gonna make me an observation roll.
Do you want to automatically fail it?
What?
Nothing.
I can roll at a 7.
Yeah, mine's 7 as well.
I would think Dan would probably be most interested in observing the place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you notice you're not alone. There's something in the ceiling. But you notice just a little too late.
Oh no!
Which part of the ceiling?
It's dangling over dangling.
Who's there?
It's just like a cute little jumping spider, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. And it is going to get a single free round of combat.
Oh no.
So let us roll. I'm going to go counterclockwise starting with Dan. I'm going to roll a d5. Jack, it's going to go after you. And once this is done, we are going to roll initiative, or draw initiative. This thing moves blindingly fast.
Yeah.
Faster than the xenomorphs that you saw on the cruise.
I figured they would be since it looked like it was dodging bullets. Matrix style.
Okay.
Let's go.
Luckily, it doesn't manage to get you.
Thank God. Let's go.
But
I do
it was a bit too fast.
I do like an NBA I do a spin move.
Oops.
And I break its ankles.
Okay, so because it got the surprise attack, I'm going to take, let's see, deal 3 to myself. Okay, let's see.
If you need to swap it out with mine, technically.
No, it's okay. Jack, you get 17. Okay. Will, 22. Candace, 12. And then we can delete this. Okay, this one gets 4, 5, and 24.
Well, definitely that Will and Jack should get the lowest
Okay, Phil.
initiatives.
Yep. Alright, what should I be doing here? Probably still got that flamethrower out like a numpty.
Okay. Well, just note that it's possible that if you do that, you'll... Well, first off, all ranged combat-based rolls are going to be at a -1 because you're in the compression suit, but also, you're at risk with a flamethrower of hitting Jack.
About how similar is an incinerator unit to a maintenance jack?
Yeah.
I'm assuming not enough to count as adding a bonus to it with less damage. Or no damage.
No.
Nah,
no.
I
Maintenance Jack
understand
will
that.
basically be just your strength close combat plus, but it'll be 1 damage, and it won't be armor doubled like if you were just doing hand-to-hand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Give me half a sec, I need to pull back.
Okay.
The GM screen.
Oh, yeah.
The cheat sheet, essentially.
Oh, yeah. No worries.
Alright, what are my actions?
So, yeah, if you're going to use the incinerator, you risk hitting Jack because it is it's basically a cone.
Can I draw my, Can I take out my maintenance jack and attack in the same turn?
Yes, you can. And you won't be at a -1 for that because it's close combat, which is strength-based.
Yes. Alright, then I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me a sec.
Yep.
Any mods?
Nope. Just
Okay.
Perfect.
That was awesome.
Okay. What do you want to put those successes into? You can do a couple of different things. There are different stunts you can do with...
Honestly, I would knock it back.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, just knock it
Okay,
back.
1 damage and knock it back. So let's see.
Thank you.
Let's see. It's going to roll armor. And you don't manage to get through, unfortunately.
Good try.
So it is not knocked back. And it does not take any damage. Danglin?
I will aim and shoot with my rifle.
Okay. So that will be +2, but -1 for your...
For the suit.
Yes.
And be aware none of us are on the turn order.
What?
Our numbers
you
aren't
mean?
on the turn order. Like on the
They're not?
actual... No. All we see is the 4, 5, and 24 for the neophyte.
Odd.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
I have to push that.
Okay. Yeah, well, you're on there.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
You can see it. As long as you can
Okay.
see it, that's fine.
You miss.
I tried.
You might want to check that a little bit, because that seems a bit sketch.
Yeah, that is weird. Let me close out of that.
You're not
See
using
that.
any math equations in your stats, are you?
Me? No.
No, I meant him.
Oh. Okay. Well, it is actually... Because... Phil, you were the one who hit it. It's actually going to go after you.
Hmm.
So let's see what attack it does. 3? Again. So... Okay, roll armor. Okay, you take 2 damage.
And be aware, I do also have resilient. How does that play in here?
Roll me a number of base dice equal to your strength. Okay. It doesn't count. You don't roll stress dice with it, so don't worry about that panic. But
I know.
It is going to drag you into the hallway.
Son of a bitch.
You are going to drop all handheld items. So you're going to drop your maintenance jack. And I'm going to say your incinerator is strapped to your back at this point because you kind of swapped out.
Yeah.
But you took damage, so take +1 stress, and now make an immediate panic roll. Wow. You rolled a 1, so you're good. Now, let's see.
Took 1 damage as well, correct?
You took 2 damage.
Took 2, okay. Wow, that's...
Now, let's see. Shall it attack you, or shall it... I'll roll a d6. Odds it continues to attack you, evens it goes back for someone else. So... Okay. Which did I say it would go for if I did evens? I forget.
Someone else.
Did I?
I think evens it goes back for someone else.
Yeah,
Okay.
You said odds him, even someone else.
Okay, so I'll roll 1d4. And again, we're gonna go counterclockwise. Jack, it's coming after you again.
Yay.
These aliens just really do not like Jack Sutton.
That's because they know I've dealt with them before.
Yep. Either that or it's just the smell of the cigars that it really doesn't like.
Yeah, that actually, you're right. They don't like the smell of my cigar.
Okay, well, you got lucky. It did not hit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have the jukes. I'm wearing my Jordan 5s. All right.
Okay, Candace, it's your turn.
I'm gonna raise my pistol and aim it at the creature.
Okay, so that'll be +2. Or actually, +2 -1.
Yep, so just +1.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Nice.
Take that, you greasy varmint.
It takes 1 damage. You see a splash of yellowish fluid hit the wall behind it. Jack, it's your turn. You are in engaged range. That means any ranged combat would be point blank, which is a -3.
How about this handy dandy letter opener that I pulled out when we first walked in?
Okay, roll me for that.
Do I get any modifiers on that one?
Nope.
I missed.
You want to push it?
Push it, yep.
Okay. Roll me panic.
Okay.
7. So that is nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in, let's see, short range. So everybody but Phil increase your stress level by 1.
Sorry.
Yep.
But I did get 1 damage out on that.
Yep. So I gotta roll armor.
I do like the same thing. I like jab it straight down in the top of its skull.
It shrieks, and you've done some damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Will Bophades, what are you gonna do?
Will is gonna aim and shoot.
Okay, +2 -1, so +1.
Kill this son of a bitch.
Roll me your panic. Okay, your stress level and the stress level of everybody else
I've got nerves
increases.
of steel.
Oh yeah, you can check the box on your
I-
character sheet for.
I should remember to do that.
But yeah, and remember, anybody who rolled panic when you fired, you're gonna have to reload. So let's see, that's gonna be. What are you doing with all those successes?
That's all going into damage.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2, 3, 4, and
So, because of his nerves of steel, does that mean that we don't take the stress from?
yeah, the 7 becomes a 5.
Cool.
Which is holds it together.
Nice. That's fucking big fog, actually.
Okay.
Now let's go.
Now. Okay. It is mortally wounded, but on its next initiative, it will try to kill the nearest victim. Or at least attack the nearest victim.
That's me.
And if it deals any... Let's see. Yeah, it will try to kill the nearest victim, and then it will die. So... I'm gonna say...
Final stand.
It is either throat bite or tail spike, so...
Oh, God.
Because each of those can be fatal. So let's roll. 4 plus it'll be tail spike, 1 to 3 throat bite. You barely managed to dodge out of the way.
Jukes.
And it dies.
I like accidentally dodged that one. I like look at my arm and like look down and scratch my arm. And the tail just like goes over my head while I'm looking down and scratching my arm.
Yep. And now let me
Well, Jack, if I was a betting man, if I were you, I'd go ahead and buy the lottery ticket. That thing lunged at you 3 times and came up no dice.
It's not the first time I've tangoed with something like this.
No dice, I get it.
That's good, I like that. Okay. Where are you going to now?
Have you seen the historical film The Matrix?
The historical documentary.
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, never mind my ramblings. Let's move on.
Indeed.
I'm gonna say I pick up my maintenance jack on my way back.
Okay.
You okay, Phil?
Yeah, fine enough. Got hit with worse.
Make me another air supply roll.
Damn it.
Yeah, mostly the air is mostly hurting me.
Okay.
Dan's been having a bit of
God
You're
damn
down
it.
to 1.
Jesus.
If you guys can come up with a clever enough way, I'll let you get more air. But
Now hold on,
clever.
Daddy.
Now,
Wouldn't they have Wouldn't they have some O2 in here for the nursery? I mean,
Sure.
you gotta cradle them nuts when they're babies.
Yeah.
sure,
Well,
I mean,
True enough.
I'll let you each get +2 air supply for that. Obviously, you can't exceed the maximum allowed by your suit, so if that takes you above 5, you just go to 5. Except for Will, you can go up to 4. So,
yep. I mean, them nuts, when they look like trees, it's like a baby's hand holding a blueberry. You gotta make sure them balls ain't blue.
all right. So, where are you going to? You've got.
Is this a room
elevator?
here?
What?
Is this a room here?
Where? Oh no, that is
Okay.
that is just a.
That is a very thin wall.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
there
go.
we go. Thank you.
Okay. I couldn't
So,
tell.
yeah, up to the
Okay.
north, you saw the label elevator. To the east was the dormitories.
Well, now we've seen some clothes washing. You think anybody's left around in here? They
Maybe
might be
we
in the dorms. Hold up.
Maybe
I
we should check
mean,
the doors.
with any luck, Mr. Ichi might still be around.
Let's check it out.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
is a massive open floor plan room. Bunk beds line the walls with personal storage lockers that are set up next to them. An array of couches and chairs are set up in front of a television. Despite the size of the room, there's relatively little damage and very few bodies. A skeletonized human lying in their bed and a partially mutated human are slumped up against the wall.
So it's skeletonized?
Yep. I mean,
And
the
this is
skeleton
gonna.
is still kind of... There's still blood from where
right.
muscle has been stripped from bone, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at the skeletonized one. You said it was the one in the bed, right?
Yeah, and you can see tooth marks, needle-like teeth, kind of must have been gnawing at this body.
Jesus Christ.
Candace is gonna look up on the ceiling.
You don't see anything, though. You see
I
beds.
rolled observation.
Okay, roll panic. Roll okay, 8.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so you start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops. So you'll be at -3 total.
Great.
But yeah, you could swear you saw something. But if anybody else takes a look, if you point it out to anybody else, they don't. You do notice that there is ventilation. This area, because you're sort of underground, it needed to be thoroughly ventilated, so there are vents running into every room.
I'm not standing under one of them vents, Will. I don't like it here.
Well, I'll point my gun at one of them. Hopefully, if anything falls down it, I'll catch it with bullets.
You see a little bit of blood trickling out of one, but nothing makes itself evident.
What's these rooms to the south?
Well, this one says male showers. This one says recreational areas, and this one leads to women's showers.
You see anything, Jack?
I guess I was gonna roll observation, but I guess you had already said that I saw fucking teeth marks that look like needles. So I guess that's really all I need to see. I don't really need to fucking look at anything else. It fucking clear to me what happened.
People are dead.
People are dead and these fucking things are eating them. All right, yeah, I'm gonna come down and tell them, yeah, there's a fucking body up there and it looks like these things are just stripping the flesh from the bones. Leaving them. What do we got down here? More bodies.
We have the showers, the rec area.
The rec area. Let's check out.
I'm gonna check the shower.
Yeah, let's see what's in here.
Yep. Oh, there we go. There's the hallway leading up to it.
Ain't the first time I snuck in a boys' showers.
Of course it's not.
Tiles and mounted shower heads fill the room. There are 2 toilet stalls and a urinal. There's one body in here. A nude man lying on the floor with a bulge in his neck, and a bar of soap is near his feet.
I'm gonna take a little bit closer look at that bulge.
You want to make observation on it?
Observe the bulge.
I observed
It
it.
appears that this man... Something went down while he was here, and he was in a panic. The showers must have been on because it looks like he slipped, and this bulge is actually from some of his vertebrae just jutting out of place. He slipped and broke his neck.
Okay.
And that's... He must have been holding that soap, and that explains why he dropped it.
I just
Classic.
Just want to make
Poor
sure
man, drop the soap.
Wasn't moving and undulating. As long as it's, neck bone, I'm okay with it. I say he just slipped and fell.
More importantly, he dropped the soap.
You never drop the soap.
I
That's
guess.
why you put it on a rope. or in a sock?
Soap and a sock. Yeah,
That's for beating people.
Yeah, that's something
I
different.
mean, the way you
He
think
was
you
in the
catch
Marines.
people.
Okay,
No,
where are you going to
a whole
now?
bunch of both of these nuts works a lot better for beating people with.
Yep,
Leaves
because
less
the nuts
bruises.
break. Because the nuts break, it doesn't leave a mark.
That's right.
On to now, boys.
Let's see this wreck area.
Okay.
Y'all already took a look at this one. This body.
It's partially consumed, although it appears to be. You ever seen like a lobster kind of cracked open?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what this body's ribs look like.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks like something just ripped its way out.
Fair enough. All right.
And it looks to be relatively fresh, maybe about 2.5 hours old.
Blood hasn't quite coagulated all the way yet.
Yeah. Now, a large multicolored tiled swimming pool with a low-height diving board is in here. However, the water is a disgusting orange color, and you see a bloated corpse floating in it. You also see another one of those aliens. But it is dead, and as before, it has more of those golf ball-sized pods forming out of its decomposing flesh.
Phil, we need you over here.
Yep, I hear you. Yeah, I'll just torch that.
You
The
can
only thing I'm
swear
gonna do-
as you torch it, these pods burst open and like a little bit of a like it almost looks like you ever seen those pod funguses that like release spores? It
Yes.
looks like that, but the spore kind of puff ignites
Right.
just as much as the corpse does.
Almost like the heat is like making them prematurely send the spores out, but the spores are still getting burnt anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you'd imagine. Okay.
Well, there's another door down here.
Okay.
Thankfully, no tiger sharks.
A shark leaps out of the pool and grabs you by the leg. No, I'm kidding.
Sweet.
The court is empty, though there are trails of blood leading further in towards the tennis court. There are a few basketballs in here, but they're completely deflated, both from bullet holes and stab marks.
These guys weren't wearing the Jordans like me.
Looks like they was breaking your nuts and busting your balls.
This looks like a grand old misuse of company time. Shooting up basketballs when you should be falling nuts.
You don't give your workers breaks.
Yep, you know your general company policy is a happy worker is a productive worker, and these are on-site facilities, meaning that, like, this is where they sleep, so this is stuff that they would be doing in their off hours.
Oh, they like live and work here. Okay.
Yeah, it's the most convenient thing because there's no actual formal settlement.
That makes sense
Now,
too. It's cheaper.
You see that
Thanks,
the
Jeff.
tennis court was chained shut at one point, but the chain has been snapped off. There are actually a few dozen corpses piled outside. Each has been stabbed through the head multiple times. However, some of these bodies look more human than not. While some are clearly in early stages of mutation, there are several who don't display any symptoms of infection. The net has been torn down and blood has been splashed onto the floor. At the far end of the room, you can see a single person in security guard armor hunched over, repeatedly stabbing a corpse with a very large Bowie knife.
You said that there's somebody stabbing someone in the corner?
Stabbing a corpse, yes.
Oh, he's stabbing
a very large
dead
Bowie
body.
knife.
Yeah, okay. Excuse me, sir?
You just hear her muttering, sooner or later.
Ma'am.
Sooner or later. With one final plunge into the neck, the corpse's head is removed from the body.
Ma'am, are
and
you okay?
The woman's breathing heavily, infected all over the facility. She turns to face you, and as they do, you can see that she only has one arm. You'll be one too, sooner or later. Her eyes are bloodshot as if she hasn't slept for days. You're either going to turn into one of them, or you're going to become pregnant with one of those goddamn things. Ain't nobody safe. And we are going to draw initiative.
Oh, shit. Him.
Okay. Okay, and Jackson team. Okay, now, Will, you go first. What are you going to do?
Shooting.
Okay, aiming or just shooting?
Aiming it and shooting.
Roll me panic. Okay. Do you have it checked? Do you have the? No.
I don't know if that actually rolled with a check.
Let me hover over it.
Are we fighting this lady?
Yep.
I didn't realize she was hostile towards us. I thought she was just crazy and had a knife.
Yeah, let me
The two are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
There we go. You should have that. That should be enabled, I think. Yeah. Now, yeah, so you're at 6, so you hold it together.
But I'm down. I'm ready.
But let's see, that's gonna be, you gonna put that all into damage?
Yes, all into damage.
Okay, that's 5 total damage. Okay. Now, she is wearing the same type of vest that Jack normally wears. Whoops. That should have been only 2, but it doesn't matter. Roll me a D66.
There it is.
That is a ruptured jugular. So you shoot her in the neck, and just there's a as blood just sprays everywhere, and she clutches her.
Nice.
And she has to make a stamina roll at -1.
That's right, Willie. You kill that psycho bitch.
Whoops. I don't know why it's not giving. Well.
Oh my god, her name.
Amanda, grab my tits.
Well, she manages to be alive for now, but she will have to make another check at -1 at her initiative, or collapse dead immediately. I have no idea why it's not giving me the option to, like...
Can she go by her middle name? And her full name be Anita Amanda?
Yes, yes, she does. Well, you'll see when she, if you get an examination of the body, you might be able to find a name tag.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well,
okay, Dan, what do you want to do?
Oh, okay.
She's clearly incapacitated.
We're not out of combat yet.
Nope.
Ceasefire, man. Ceasefire, Will.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're effectively out of combat. Because unless she gets immediate first aid.
Oh no. Will is going up, and Will is gonna try and make a coup de grace.
Okay, so roll me empathy unless you have the merciless talent.
Nope.
Okay. Well, roll. I'll have to double check the coup de grace because I don't know if you even count. Let's see, that would be in combat.
Well, that was 3 panics, not 3 successes.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
I need to
see,
scale
coup de
it.
grace. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to see. So whether or not. Okay, so yeah, you roll for the attribute only without stress dice, so you don't have to roll panic. But whether or not you succeed at killing your target, you increase your stress level by 1.
Okay. But Will is putting a bullet in between her eyes.
And she collapses to the ground, dead.
It's like, damn, bitch was crazier than those UPP fuckers.
William, now don't let your PTSD set in, boy.
No. I don't have post-traumatic soap bratty disorder like Mr. Jack over there. Just don't like to be threatened with a knife. Bad experience.
You call that a knife?
That's not a knife.
That's what we call carny justice.
Do you guys want to check the body?
Well, I admit she is crazier than tits, but...
Will is going to roll observation.
Okay, roll me panic. Wow. Yeah, that was... You hold it together, you find a name tag that says Anita Manda Grabmatits. And you find a key card labeled elevator access.
Probably need that.
Well, this lady here had access to the elevator, although, Dad, I think your ID should work on everything.
Well, I imagine if there was some sort of tabletop role-playing game, we would have had to find her anyway, so then we came here first.
I don't know why, but I always love using that.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's funny every time. That's the thing.
It's like an actor breaking the fourth wall in a movie or TV show, basically.
Yep. Except it's such a specific fourth wall break, and that's what makes it so funny.
So
okay.
good.
It's like The Office when Jim looks at the camera and does his little smirk.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. That's me whenever you guys fail an observation roll against an opposed mobility. Is Jim behind that behind the the curtains are partially open and he's just smirking. That's exactly my face every time. Okay, where you guys going?
Now what kind of losers would play one of them games on a Saturday night?
Well, it's that other titty bars around here, so let's go.
Going to the elevator?
I know which one you would be at, Candace.
Well, we could either go to the elevator or
only the finest titty bar.
There's another room that we could.
Yeah,
the women's bathroom.
The women's bathroom.
That was labeled women's showers.
Yeah, women's shower. See if there's
well,
anything
Candace,
there. I doubt there
for
is,
modesty's sake, why don't you take point on this one?
What's the matter, Mister?
Yeah. Come on, Candace, take point.
I don't know why you boys are afraid of some titties now.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, you know what? Will, why don't you check it out?
Well, I ain't afraid of no titties.
Will.
Oh my gosh.
So, you find it's similar to the men's shower in terms of layout. It's got the same multicolored tiles and mounted shower heads. But the body of a woman is pressed up against a wall. Her belly's been split open from the inside, and there's a trail of blood leading up to a ceiling vent. This body is probably about an hour old.
Damn it, Will, my titties is here. Stop looking at them titties on that dead woman.
Oh my god.
You can't actually see them because the skin has actually been flipped up. Like from her ribs up past her shoulders.
God damn, she really flipped her tits.
Now, okay, I'm gonna ask, is there any indication that there's any alien activity, or does this look like it was done with a knife?
Oh, this was definitely something coming from inside of her.
Okay.
Blasting out, just like that dude's asshole, but this might have been from somewhere else. Alright, I've seen it enough. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yep, you guys are getting a little bit, like, Will, you've seen some shit in your days as a Marine, but nothing that compares even remotely to this.
Yeah, I mean, First Sergeant always joked about aliens, but,
Yeah, you've actually come across aliens like lion worms, Tanaka and Scorpionids, like, you've gone on a couple bug hunts, but...
First Sergeant always joked about how aliens would fuck you up, but jeez, man. He wasn't lying.
Yeah, and you'd heard
well, at
tales
least not about this, about poker always, but...
Yeah, you'd heard tales, rumors about a particular squad from 2nd Platoon during the Frontier War that had seen some awful shit. You'd always thought it was just rumors, but... now you're starting to wonder.
I bet this hallway smells really good.
Luckily, you're in compression suits, which reminds me, make another roll for air supply.
It's filtering it so we can't smell. Thank God.
Yep.
Only our own farts. That's the only thing we can
Candace,
smell.
you're down to 1. Will, you're down to 2.
Just refilled it too.
Same here.
So,
let's get to that elevator.
You see several corpses that are lying here. Several have their chests torn apart, ribs bent out from the inside. Others lie in their stomachs with massive holes in their back where the ribs and spine have been shattered. Others have ruptured skulls, like someone set a grenade off inside of a watermelon.
Jesus.
And another has a... you can't even identify whether it was a man or a woman because the crotch has been burst open like a rotting fruit. All you can see within are fractured bones and ruptured organs.
Candace is trying not to look.
Yep, these bodies are too mangled and mutilated to even identify. Any equipment here, key cards, have just been destroyed or mangled beyond use.
Okay. I was going to ask if the armored NPCs down here had anything useful to salvage.
It appears they spent all of their ammo, and you can see they actually bagged one of the bastards. But evidently, either there were more of them, or it was able to get through to them before it died of its wounds. Now, the stairway is blocked off, but the elevator is keycard operated, and you're able to potentially use that.
Let's try the lift.
Okay.
Now, what's the staircase blocked off with?
Very, 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 very heavy barricades. Like, if you want, you could technically cut through it, but it's probably about 2 meters thick.
Jack rolls up his sleeves. He says, "Stand back," and he tries to move it, but clearly it's not budging at all. He starts sweating real bad. and then he just slides
and you
down.
actually pull a muscle for a second.
He just slides down and leans up against it, like sitting on the floor, and lights his cigar. Oh wait, no, he's in his suit. He can't light a cigar. He just sits there. He's like, it ain't budging.
Yeah, and you pull a muscle and you just fall to the ground.
My groin!
My groin.
Okay. Place yourselves.
Oh, you still got the dynamic lighting on for this one, I think.
Really?
Nope.
No, this one
No,
doesn't
you
work.
don't. I just didn't find the thing. My apologies.
No, it's okay. It happens. I don't know why there are two of you, Dan, but there we go. Okay.
Given how he's been in combat, we probably need him.
You need both of them.
Get it? Get it?
Okay.
Turns out I just dragged myself into the black space and lost my token.
Nice.
Okay.
You were swallowed by the void.
Where are we going?
Out the door.
Okay. Oh. Damn it. Come on. There we go. Well, oh, by the way, Phil,
Yes.
you gain 1 health back.
Wonderful. Yay, blunt force trauma, it heals.
Yeah. I mean, basically, the way this game works is your health is kind of like anything that doesn't critically injure you is basically superficial. Like, it's not even like. It's basically just like minor cuts, scrapes, bruises.
Right.
It's like the old theory that health in like D&D is like stamina, more so a thing of your inability to dodge or
Yeah,
that kind of
exactly.
thing.
Okay, so you guys going any further?
Can we? It looks like they're just all
Oh,
walls.
I forgot to put a door. That's my fault.
Which way? To the right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we keep moving to the right.
The air down here is cold and damp. You can feel it kind of condensating on your on the helmets of your compressor suit. There are large pieces of drilling equipment and vats of stone liquefaction agents. The room is made of rough cut stone and supported with steel braces. At the far end of the room, the ceiling descends sharply, and beyond the lip is total darkness. A bulletin board has been mounted to the wall. It's labeled Monorail Roadmap. Reading through the pinned documents, you understand that this was supposed to be an underground monorail between the dormitory, factory, the landing pad, and any other future structures the facility would need. However, at some point, the dig team drilled into a cooled magma pocket, or something of that nature, and had to replan. Fortunately, this new dig has already progressed to the factory foundation, and an elevator has been set up in the factory ready room, which leads down to the far end of the tunnel. There is a large bundle of cables on the floor. A square electronic device designed like a shuttle controller is connected to one end, and the other end of the cable snakes and disappears into the dark tunnel. A dust-covered note is taped to the controller. Do not touch. Drill drone power out of order. Drills need replacing.
Okay, real quick question. Did you say that in this equipment storage room there are stone liquefaction agents?
Yeah, basically
Like
things to kind of break down.
That can.
Yeah, to break down stone.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I heard that correctly, because I don't know. Maybe that could be useful in some way.
You never know.
I'm probably too heavy to carry anything, though. Honestly, that is true.
Okay.
Is there a user manual with any of it?
Unfortunately, anything like that has been either buried under rubble, because clearly in the emergency that has unfolded over the past couple of days, this area has not been kind of maintained the way it should be, and if there is something, you really have to go sifting through the rubble for it,
Okay.
which would take quite some time.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
Mr. Danglin, sir, the stuff in here, that could probably melt flesh too, right?
You're
Well,
mainly going to work on inorganics.
it doesn't exactly act on humans the way it does on minerals.
It will still do some horrible things to you, but not.
I
like,
wouldn't take a
dissolve
bath
you.
in it.
Yeah.
Wonder
So
if
how
we could
much would
use
that
this
stuff
to
weigh?
get rid of some of these bugs. Or whatever the hell they is.
You might be able to try it. I won't
Says-
guarantee it'll work.
Stone liquefaction stuff. How much would that weigh?
How much are you trying to carry? Because it's in drums. Like big
Probably
steel
just-
drums.
Oh,
Ah,
never mind.
I just-
Then I thought it'd be like in, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense it would be in industrial-sized drums, but
Yeah, because you can see that they were basically digging a tunnel for to set up a monorail system.
right.
Okay, where are you guys going?
That's to the
Probably
right.
keep heading east.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will note that this is not quite to scale, especially height-wise. And keep in mind this is also a side view rather than a top-down.
Oh, it is.
Well,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the tunnel is too narrow to walk or even crouch through. If you want to move forward, you'll have to crawl prone on your stomach. Shimmying forward, you feel the jagged stone of the ceiling cut and scrape against your back. Not literally, but you can feel kind of the abrasiveness against the back of your suit. Continuing forward, you notice that the ceiling has descended slightly, not enough to hold you in place, but just enough so that you can no longer take a full breath. Minutes pass and you are nearly out of the radiant light from the equipment storage. Just before you have to crawl in total darkness, the light reflects something shiny in front of you. Let me get you there. Getting closer, you realize it's the pointed drill of a remote quarry drone. This one looks to have been fitting for deep earth drilling, but the drills don't seem fit for hard stone. This particular model has been known for its finicky power range. Repeated blows from a hammer couldn't turn it off, yet the slightest ping from a pebble could turn it on. Phil, you've probably seen a couple of these in your day. The machine fills up the majority of this tiny passage, but there's just enough room to pass by its left side. Squeezing past, your sight is filled by a blinking red light. In the dull illumination, you're able to read words printed onto the surface. Power range. Everybody,
Power
make me
Rangers.
mobility rolls. Remember, at -1
no.
because you're in your spacesuits.
-1.
Yep, because you're in your spacesuit, so mobility -1.
Right.
Okay, those of you... Dan, you freeze. And all the rest of you... Okay, Jack and Theo...
I told you I wore my Jordans today.
Yeah, you basically scramble all the way to the end. But, Dan, you freeze as you hear a little bit of a click. Your knee brushes up against the power lever, guiding it into the on position. The machine grunts and coughs as tiny cogs begin to turn large ones. As you prepare for the deafening roar of the engine, a low-pitched whine begins emitting from the machine, and all other turnover sounds cease. The machine doesn't turn on. Moving further into the darkened passage, you can feel a breeze brush against your face. It smells like roasted nuts. You're nearing the end of the tunnel. Your relief is short-lived, however. Let me get you guys to the rest.
By the way, everyone else, take a stress.
As from behind, take 2 stress because of the freezing, so both of you.
Oh,
From
yeah.
behind, you can hear a slow and then fast metallic clicking, followed by a powerful engine turning over. Bright floodlights fill the tunnel as the ground begins to rumble. The final instrument in this crescendo of horror is the rotating of a gas-powered drill. The domed drill is operational and moving in your direction.
Also, I do apologize if I keep peeking the mic with my laughter.
Oh, it's okay. So... I'm going to say the rest of you make it. Who failed the mobility? Was it just Dan?
Dan.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Dan?
Between all of us, we've got enough success.
Okay, so I'll let you guys pull him out. And I'm going to say...
Come on, old man.
You just
Jack's got
barely avoid getting your foot completely turned like into something you'd see out of a blender by this drill.
I'll essentially stand like next to the door, and everybody runs in, and I like reach out and I grab like Dan Glenn's like collar or something. Just I yank him.
Yeah, you grab him. Yeah. And now you find yourselves in a stairwell. Roll me for...
Manipulation to try and convince it to not continue following us.
You know what? That's funny enough that I'll allow it.
All you.
Stupid machine, stop! Ah!
I won't make you roll Oh, you don't have to roll. We're not going to worry about that panic. But yeah, it was only Phil, and it didn't work. But the machine stops at the door. Now, somebody want to make me observation?
Somebody who's good at it.
Dan can. Jack can.
Oh, Jack got it.
Okay. Both of you roll me panic. Oh dear. Will, you freeze, which puts everybody else's stress level up by 1, and Jack, you seek cover. So you leap into the next room, which happens to be an elevator, and you curl up into a ball.
Sick.
Because there's no actual terrain to cover.
Yeah.
Do we take a stress from that too?
We're taking 2 stress.
Yup.
Or everyone...
Anybody bring some of that? I'm going to say that one of your characters brought, not quite nap relief, but something to reduce your stress levels by half.
Don't worry.
No.
Because Dan Glenn's got us covered.
I was about to say, Jack, did you bring an entire keg with you?
Listen. Hold on now, y'all running off too quick here.
Unfortunately, I only got one. I only got one shot.
Now y'all,
this fucking flask, and I'm fucked.
Y'all's nerves a bit fried. Now, I got a secret to tell y'all. I don't like to admit this, but sometimes business takes its toll on your mind. I happen to keep a small personal selection of nap relief at my disposal. I got 6 doses. So we can all use one, and we'll have one left over for me.
Okay, I'll allow it. Now, is that a talent you have, or...?
It's a tiny items, I think, from the original, when I first made the character.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure.
I think it was from the class that I based him off of.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, you guys are all in the elevator shaft, and you guys head up into the factory?
Yes.
All right. There's the sound of elevator music. And let me just make sure this
That relief is full stress removal, right?
Yep. Resets it to 0.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
because I was at 8 stress.
I was at 9.
7.
Oof. Yeah, we needed that.
Yes.
We were getting up there.
Yep.
I was saving that, but I ain't got no more, so...
Okay. Well.
Here on the left.
Place yourselves.
Place yourself, fool.
So, as the elevator ascends, the air begins to smell like salted nuts and offal. With a loud clunk, the elevator arrives in an employee dressing room. Lockers with factory coveralls, an overflowing coffee machine, and a large whiteboard are the main features. There's also a body with its mouth stretched and torn open, and blood soaking its clothes.
Yummy.
Well, it kind of smells like your nuts on a hot day.
Oh no.
You guys get out of the... Well, yeah, I guess you guys have probably gotten out of the elevator into the actual ready room by this point.
Yeah.
So let me...
That's straight up north.
We must be down in the taint in the nut factory.
Are we back to a top-down view?
You can't see what the whiteboard says from a distance, but if you look closer, you'll be able to see what it is.
Where's the whiteboard?
It's on one of the walls. Doesn't really matter which.
Okay.
Now, Dan, you know what would typically be on a whiteboard like this in a typical Bophades Nuts factory. You'd see basically a daily schedule, the quota, and any special announcements. You see the daily schedule, it looks typical. Quota looks like they were meeting quota. There is one special announcement. Nut Butter Valve Safety Course, 10:45 a.m.
Nut Butter Valve.
Safety course. Well, now, that could be the perfect diversion. Get people away from the lines.
To make the switch.
Or it could be a perfect ambush. To ambush the workers. Take them hostage or worse.
True. Both of those could very well be the case at the same time.
Dan,
both of those could be true.
Both of these.
God damn, both of those bastards.
Damn, you
both of those.
Like, you guys can see the blood vessels in his temples start to flare. Like, you could see him clenching in rage as you just keep saying both of those. Like you're raising his blood pressure. Yeah. You have to take a deep breath and remind yourself that both of those is actually an actual set of words and not just your hated enemies.
I'm gonna need y'all to pronounce your TH. Both of those.
Sorry.
Both of those.
It's sorry. It's my accent. That's I didn't mean anything by it.
Listen, I expect it from Candace, but come on, Jack.
You're right. I was just fucking with you.
Okay.
You're lucky I got bigger fish to fry.
Where to
now?
Now,
don't worry, Mr. Dan. I always put both of these in my mouth and not both of those.
Oh my.
Yes, she does.
Dan, you're almost going to take +1 stress level just from the mental image that conjures in your head. But you don't. But you almost do. But you don't.
I need to go get a drink. I will be right back, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Just so you guys know, we may not finish all of this act in one session. But if we don't, we will finish it whenever we get the next chance to meet, whether it's next Saturday or sooner, depending on what all your schedules is.
I'll be free by then.
Okay.
I'm gonna check your Discord.
Oh, somebody send me a message? Oh, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back too.
I swear the time really flew by this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we have not figured out at all what's going on here. Other than something went horribly wrong.
You might be able to figure it out. You just gotta get some more clues.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
I feel like the nuts were fertilized with something, and it wasn't Miracle Grow.
Okay. Where are we going? What the dog doing?
Is there a label on this, or like near this big door? Yeah, down here.
To the down here? To the south?
Yeah, in the middle of this big hallway right here that I'm standing in front of now. Does it say anything?
Towards security.
Towards security, maybe. Maybe there's.
Where did the board say that the training was? Did it say it all?
It did not.
Okay.
Maybe them security cameras might show us what happened.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Let's take a look.
Okay. Well, come on.
And apologies if I'm a distraction.
No, it's okay. I'm just... Make me an observation roll.
Damn well.
You see something. It doesn't appear to be aware of you yet, but it is larger than the creature you faced. It's darker in color, but still quite pale. And it just appears to be wandering. Now, who has the lowest mobility rating?
That's currently in the room?
Yes.
Probably me.
Mine is 6.
Same.
Mine's
Will's
4.
5.
2.
Cumulative agility plus your mobility stacked.
Yeah, Will's is 5.
What about you, Phil?
2.
Okay. That's like mobility plus agility?
Agility 3 minus 1, 0 mobility.
Okay, roll me mobility.
Okay, now I'm thinking this is messing up.
It's possible. It might be. I can try it I can try it from your sheet on my end just to see if it's if there's an issue here.
Okay, now that I put in a modifier into mobility for a -1, and that still gave me 3.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me see. Yeah, there's something going on with. So just roll me 2d6.
Okay. Ah.
Okay. Oh, it's
2
okay.
and
2 and
4. They're both failures.
So no success. So
Hey.
let's see.
Mind if I do something? Give me a sec.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep in mind, if you want to, you can use the story point.
Okay, I was just making sure that the dice even worked.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a story point here.
Okay, how many do you want to use? How many do you have?
I
Story
have
point.
3.
How many do you want to use? Just one?
Probably just 1 if I can get away with it.
Okay, yep, so this is an opposed roll.
Alright. Okay.
So, instead of you getting a surprise attack on it, or it getting a surprise attack on you, we are just going to draw initiative.
So,
and
you both turn around and point at each other at the exact same time.
Meme.
Spider-Man meme.
Spider-Man meme it, yes.
Yep. Let's go.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, this
Jeez.
is gonna be interesting for me. Some on the other side of the wall.
Mm.
And Come on. Sorry, man. Why is it giving me this trouble? I'm gonna refresh my page real quick. Because it is slowing down like a son of a bitch.
I don't know why Roll20 be fucking so intensive.
Yeah. Okay, give it a second. Come on. Come on!
Come on, what are you waiting for?
I'm here!
So how much bigger is this thing?
Probably about a good 40%, maybe 50%.
So, like, compared to a person?
It towers over a person. Not quite as big as a Xeno, like, Jack, you've seen bigger, but...
So maybe, like, 6.5, 7 feet tall?
Yeah, I'll have to... Let me...
Is it about Space Marine size?
Smaller than that, no. It's...
Okay.
Yeah, let me... Let's see, height of about 2.1 meters, or more.
Okay.
So it's about, like, football player size.
Yeah, but a lot more gracile. And it's got a very long, kind of, almost... Its head, rather than being rounded like a xenomorph's, is kind of... It tapers to kind of a tip. Okay, let's see.
A bulbous tip?
No, like an arrowhead, actually. Like, very sharp.
Let's try cheese.
God damn it.
Okay. I'm sorry. You were so close. Okay, Major Will, 18. And let's see what this creature got. That is 28 and 13.
Just wanted to say the word bulbous.
It's a good word.
Now, let's... Actually, let's go with... Okay. Candace, it's your go.
Candace sees this thing and she knows it's probably going to rip her in half in 2 seconds.
Guess we'll see.
So she's gonna fire some shots without aiming and go back through the door into the ready room.
Okay. So that's going to be -1 because you're... Well, because of your suit. So just do shot with your pistol at a -1.
Ooh.
You miss. Dan. Oh yeah, move your token.
Could I push that and try again? Or?
Yeah, add 1 stress and then roll.
Oh, she misses twice and then backs out the door.
Okay. move your token. Okay, Dan, it's your turn.
Dan's gonna aim and fire.
Okay, that'll be +2 -1, so +1. Okay, that's 1 success. Now, give me just a second. That's medium range. Or actually, yeah, that's medium range, so that'd be... Okay. Sorry, I just had to do something off screen.
Yeah, okay.
Now, it's gonna have that armor. So... And it's gonna take both of those damage.
both of those bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Glenn hears something from another plane of existence and says, both of those. Both of those.
It shrieks in anger and pain as the bullets pierce through its skin. And it rushes right for you.
Jeez.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what it does. 1. It leans in close to you, showing its razor-sharp teeth and hissing. Make an immediate panic roll.
Can't scare me, you bastard.
Will?
He just meets it back with an icy stare. These are my nuts.
Will is on the other side of the door.
Yeah, you just see Candace burst through the door screaming gibberish about a giant monster.
Yep.
And obviously you heard the gunshots.
Okay. Would I
Get
be
in there,
able to
Willie.
Would I be able to shoot through the door, or would I have to sprint through?
You would have to move in order to get a clear shot.
Okay. I'm gonna move back here, and then I'm gonna shoot. And I'm gonna push that.
Okay, go ahead. And remember, -1 for...
Yep.
Okay, you miss.
Well, we're rolling terribly.
Well, don't worry. I've been rolling terribly too, so...
We're great. We're fine.
Now...
We can't both roll terribly.
So, Phil, before you go... Apparently the noise has attracted another one of them.
Ah, wonderful.
This one is another small one. Let me just move its initiative. But its full turn is just getting here, so it's now your turn to act.
Yeah, I do believe it's flamethrower time.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Do it.
That sounded better in my head.
It's okay.
It didn't sound better in my head. I didn't have it in my head.
Okay, so...
Alright.
And I will allow Dan and Jack to make a mobility roll to, like, kind of duck out of the way. And worst comes to worst, you can always do mobility to put yourselves out at your next initiative. So, go ahead.
Y'all okay with that?
You said we get to do a mobility roll to try and dodge out of the way?
Yeah, to try and kind of duck out of the way of the flame.
I got you.
That's only if he misses anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, it's regardless because it's an area of effect. But Phil, roll me your ranged combat attack. It's going to be...
And -1.
Yeah.
Let me double check this. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Push it.
What?
Can I?
Yeah, you can push it.
Cancel.
Do they have to re-roll mobility?
What?
So they have to re-roll their mobility?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The
Dagnabbit.
neophyte is going to, let's see. I'll roll a d4 and we'll go clockwise up from Dan. Okay, it's going to come after Dan. It sees its bigger sibling coming after Dan. And it's going to try and gang up on you.
Is it possible to roll 31d6 and only get 1 6?
Hypothetically, yes, but the chances are infinitesimally small.
Well, that's what we just rolled.
Okay, well, I mean, Dan got it, so it looks like, worst comes to worst, what we'll do is you'll just do the /R command. So, 1. Dan, you must make another panic roll as this thing this other one. You're basically okay. 7. Everybody.
It's literally walking up to you and just sniffing your ears.
Yeah, and these things have like, unlike the xenomorphs, they've got like a mouth that kind of closes completely, but it peels back. If you've ever seen like a goblin shark,
Yes.
this is what their mouths are like. It kind of like
a goblin on these nuts shark.
Yes. Now everybody, except for Candace, everybody's stress levels increase by 1. As you see Dan kind of trembling. Or rather, nervous twitch, sorry. Tremble is the next one up. But yeah. Now the adult. Ooh, boy.
Ew.
That looks bad.
Okay,
oh, that's bad.
Roll me armor, but halved.
So if my armor's 2, then it's -1.
Yep.
Oh, clutch!
Let's go.
Jeez.
This thing punches the tail nearly through your suit, but it only goes through the outermost layers. As it slams you against the wall. Like, a lot of the force goes into just that blunt impact against the wall, so not all of it goes through.
I think I should slam him through the doorway.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll say it knocks you right about here.
He's thrown right through the door.
And the door breaks. But your suit kind of absorbs a lot of the impact, but you're winded. And that doesn't have any actual in-game effect, just... Now, let's see if this one is going to pounce on you, or if it's going to go after somebody else. We'll again roll 1d4. Okay, it's going to go after Phil.
Huzzah!
Hey, I'm doing this by random chance so that it's relatively fair, equally.
Oh, I know.
The only reason Candace isn't part of it right now is because she's out of line of sight.
Yeah.
Also, you launched a bunch of fire, so it's probably not happy with you.
Yeah, okay, so 4.
Yeah.
I ain't complaining. Too much at least, I don't think.
Okay, roll me armor. Now roll me your strength attribute, so 5d6. Roll me... oh, you don't roll panic because it just... You just managed to tough it out. Like, you feel it, and it hurts, but your sheer force of will is enough to, like, prevent you from letting it just leap onto you.
Yeah.
Okay. Jack.
Yes. Okay. I think I'm gonna point my shotty.
Okay.
Aim it at the bigger one.
Aim if you didn't have it out to begin with. So.
Oh, I had it out to begin with.
Okay.
I've had it out since I got it. I've had it out since we got it.
Okay. So you're gonna aim.
Yep, I'm gonna aim at this bitch, at the big bitch.
Which one?
The one directly south of me.
Okay. So it'll be +2, -1. Okay, you putting that all into damage?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be 4 damage. And armor doubled. So it takes 2.
It takes 2, baby.
Hell yeah. Now, more blood sprays out as... Because this is buckshot, not some birdshot. Like, you see kind of several punctures as the buckshot pellets kind of pierce through it. And it just... Candace, it's your go.
Alright,
Now that the
gotta
door
run.
is broken, yep. Now that the door is broken, you can see at least this one from where you are.
I'm gonna grab Mr. Bophades.
Which one?
Dan, since he's knocked on the ground.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna drag him back, and then would I be able to shoot without aiming at the little one?
I'm gonna say sure, but it'll be at a -3.
I'm just gonna drag Dan back to here.
Okay. Are you gonna try and shoot as well, or?
Might as well.
Okay. Putting
That was
all
at
in
-3 as well.
Yep.
Damn.
So
Hell yeah.
you gonna put that all into damage?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes all that damage, so your bullets kind of, I'm gonna say you hit it in one of the shoulders, and the blood actually splatters onto Will's helmet based on the angle you're shooting from. So Will, you get like just a splash of yellow goo all over your helmet.
Not the first time I got you squirted in the face.
And it shrieks in anger.
God damn it, cheese.
Dan.
I mean, that time was a misfire.
Dan. You must be lucky that you're lucky that you're not you're kind of a little bit out of it.
As Dan gets dragged back by Candace, he's like, I can hold my own, woman. Aims at the little one as well. And shoots.
So it's going to be minus... I'm going to say, because you're pro, normally be -2, but you're just going to take -1 overall.
Plus my -1 for my suit.
Yeah.
So I'll just shoot it my straight, no modifiers.
Yep.
Okay, Dan's not.
Dan's glasses are a little skewed, I guess.
I could push it, but I'm wary of increasing my stress too much. Let's push it. Why not? Nope.
Uh-oh.
Roll me panic, and you're going to need to reload. Okay. Only Candace and you are going to be increasing your stress level by 1. So, Candace, you notice Dan kind of, like, as he's kind of steadying the rifle, you see him twitch, which leads his shots to spray wide, narrowly missing Will. But both of you increase your stress levels by 1.
Yep, I'm on it.
Okay, this adult, it saw where you went, and it doesn't like that that you managed to survive. So it's going to come up here. It leaps through the open door, or rather the destroyed door. Okay, roll me armor.
This on Dan?
Yep. Okay, you take 2 damage. And I'm gonna say it actually drags you into here. And
oh jeez.
Now it's released you, but it's disappeared, at least for now. You don't know where it went. Will?
Alright. Those little...
I'm gonna scream out, Will, it's got your daddy!
I'm kind of busy, honey. Alright. Now the little one, is that in engaged range or not?
Engaged range, technically with both of you. So if you fire here, it'll be at a -3, plus the additional -1 for firing in...
Oh no. I'm swapping over to my cutting torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and ram it down this thing's throat.
Okay. Go ahead.
Nice.
And all that's going into bonus damage.
Let's go.
Actually, let me see what I can do with that.
Weld its mouth
Actually,
shut.
you know what? No, it's not gonna all go into bonus damage. I'm gonna swap initiatives with it.
Okay, which initiative?
21.
Okay, so give me just a second.
21.
Okay, so it takes all 3 damage. Now let's roll a d6.
Probably gonna die anyway.
And it falls to the ground, seemingly dead.
I don't like how you said seemingly.
Move this to...
Will is gonna go at it again with the cutting torch because he doesn't think that it's fully dead yet.
Okay, roll me. You want to push that?
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, now it's dead.
Okay.
You see
He's
that
just gonna
as you
continue.
go. Yep, as you try to go down. Sorry, go ahead.
He's just gonna continue to go and slowly move the cutting torch, trying to bifurcate it.
Yeah, because as it falls down, you have to kind of continue going down. As it's like trying to lure you in, and as it leaps out at you, you've got your hand on the trigger of the cutting torch. You're able to just vroom, and it's kind of like as it's leaping, the sheer inertia take both of its halves. Like one lands right here, the other one lands to your other side.
Like in an anime.
Yes, exactly. Like in one of Will's animes.
Ooh woo.
Except for this time, it's an alien monster, not a tentacle monster.
Okay, and I'm gonna say for now that is the end of initiative, because the bigger one, you don't know where it went. Yep.
All right. Well,
I will
let's
be back
go.
in 1 minute.
Yep.
Okay.
No worries.
I'm just wondering, since we're not gonna finish tonight, where's a good
See, it depends on where you guys go. Oh yeah, by the way, everybody roll me air supply. Okay. Jack, reduce yours to 2. And we'll wait for Chris to get back before we move on so he can do air supply. I hope you guys are enjoying this final act.
It's been fun.
I think I've ramped things up a bit.
This is
Just a tad.
The descriptions tonight. It's been the first time where I've actually felt squeamish.
Good. That was kind of my goal. I was literally saying that to Jam. Like, I want them to kind of feel like that shiver down their spine a little bit.
I was preparing for death for that 1 dice clutch 6 on the armor roll.
that was really lucky.
That was impressive.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you dodged. Yeah, you dodged death quite a bit.
Now, if only I could have your luck with this flamethrower.
Yeah, we've been striking out a lot.
I'll trade actually hitting anything with my machine gun for surviving.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick as well.
Me too.
Okay, cool. Bio break.
Can't believe I hit 2 shots at -3 like that.
That was pretty good. I'm going to follow their lead on that.
That means it's just me in chat, I think.
I'm still here.
Oh yeah.
I like that itchy cojones. Came up with that one on the spot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm sure it was his nickname, Itchy. You know, he had allergies or something.
He's allergic to nuts.
He's allergic to nuts, but he loved to work.
All right.
He actually did
I'm
run
back.
an idea by Reptile of having a character in the Bophades family who's allergic to nuts.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
I was just
Like a
saying
Bubble
that
Boy family member.
Itchy cojones was just off my head while I was preparing for that that talk with the corporation headquarters.
That was great. I loved that.
I was like, I just figured he has allergies, so Itchy is his nickname.
Okay, so is Chris back? FICO Chris, I mean?
No one else is back.
Rip. Okay. I've been having a lot of fun with this final act. I'm glad to know that I haven't thrown too much at you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
You guys haven't been having a hard time.
No one is dead yet, so...
Exactly. That's what I mean. A hard time would basically be you're stuck in a loop of endless panic, like you're unable to act, and you just... Because that's no fun. Panic is fun until it becomes a barrier to actually moving the plot forward.
Yeah.
I am back.
Great. Roll me air supply.
Cool.
Okay, you're okay. Now we just gotta wait for Robo and Dreamer, I think.
Hello, potato things. She just raided
shoot.
Robo with a party of 2.
Hi,
Nice.
potato things. Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream was well. Playing StarCraft remastered.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
brother.
I was lurking on that stream earlier tonight.
Lurking your gherkin.
You know it.
I had a short stint of trying to get into StarCraft 2. I only made it to bronze, but...
Never played StarCraft.
I've never played it, but I mean, I know enough. I know about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's one of the most famous. It's probably probably one of, if not the most famous, like RTS titles, like franchises out there. I mean, I guess like Civilization, or not Civilization, Age of Empires, though they haven't actually made an Age of Empires game in years, as far as I know, so...
No, the new one came out actually just this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Or for making you wait.
Or maybe late
No.
last year.
So, what do you guys want to do?
And StarCraft's free right now if you've got Amazon, I'm pretty sure, and it's linked to your Twitch.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll stick with my CD.
Yep, so where are we going?
Well,
Probably check on Dan.
Yeah.
What's in the room? What do I see right now in this room that I
You
got
see...
driven to?
Let me just... So, you see absolute bedlam. You notice, looking back at the door you came in through, there was a body pressed up against it, but the creature that dragged you through here was able to slam past it and basically crush it to a pulp. That body has been mangled beyond all sense of identification. You see absolute bedlam around here. Corpses everywhere in every state of destruction you can imagine. Ground is slick with gore, with large chunks of meat splattered onto the walls. In whatever slaughter that took place, some of the victims got caught up in the still operating machinery. Conveyor belts lined with blood and skin from ground-up corpses, enormous dispensing machinery spitting out nuts from the crushed head of one of those pale-skinned creatures, and a nut grinder rotating a squashed factory worker. Scanning the room, you see a large yellow valve behind one of the enormous nut polishers. On the supporting pipe, there are bright red words saying, "Under threat of termination, do not touch."
It makes me want to touch that lever.
Yeah, it's like a crank valve kind of thing.
Crank the knob on the nut machine.
Yeah, exactly. You really gotta crank the knob.
So Dan, what's that thing do?
You imagine you could find out more if you could find out where the offices are.
Let's not touch anything yet.
Alright, probably a good idea.
And just make sure to get video footage of this room.
Ass
I was
line.
gonna say,
Is that the valve
the
there?
camera's continuously recording.
Yeah, it's like Cloverfield, basically. But yeah, this room looks like something out of a Saw movie in terms of just how horrifically mutilated all the bodies are, and it's not just human bodies.
Well, that thing might be lurking out here still, so we could double back to the security office where we'd be going in the first place.
It's up to you. There are several doors here. This world has many doors, Ed boy.
I think the security office might be the best bet.
Let's double back. We know that adult's around here somewhere. So if we collect ourselves for a minute first.
Yep. You okay, Dan Glenn?
So, on the far wall, you see a single piece of one-way glass, allowing you to see the employee entrance. A poster on the wall has an extensive list of foreign substances, ranging from inorganic honey to plutonium. In front of the window is a large panel of monitors and detection meters. The one monitoring unknown organic fluids is off the charts at the moment. Next to the gauge is a blinking red light. Foreign substance detected. Lockdown enabled. I guess you know why not a lot of people were able to flee this place.
Well, the damn security system locked everybody in. It was supposed to keep everyone safe, but I suppose in this instance probably did the opposite.
How come didn't keep us out?
You imagine the PMCs possibly bypassed some security measures, though apparently with their deaths, their bypass has since stopped.
Okay.
What can we see anything on the monitors? Can we see any?
You can see a couple
Any
of
movement?
offices. You can see flickers of movement, but nothing that tells you exactly where it is. You have a feeling that they're probably moving through the HVAC system. And you'd probably like to keep it that way.
Yeah,
as long as possible.
I'll even say that I'll be like, we're probably not going to be able to get too much of a glimpse on these cameras of them. I wasn't thinking about it earlier, but they seem to have traveled through the vents on the Galaxy on the cruise ship. So maybe that's how they're traveling in here too.
Yeah. These things to you, Jack, seem a lot more feral than the creatures you saw aboard the Galaxy. These appear more just blindly aggressive, just absolutely...
Even more animalistic.
Absolutely. Far more animalistic, and you never saw the aliens aboard the Galaxy eating anyone.
True.
You saw plenty of death, but none of the bodies showed any signs of being consumed.
Right.
These creatures visually look somewhat similar, but
They're
behaviorally
acting way
are...
different.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I communicate that too.
There wouldn't be any security measures for closing off the vents in this place, would there?
Unfortunately not. Based on the fact that this place needs extensive ventilation in order to ensure safety for the workers, they want to ensure that nobody can accidentally turn the ventilation off and suffocate everybody inside.
Yeah. Okay.
You do note that there is a lot of security monitoring nut butter pressure levels. So that might be worth further investigation. You imagine maybe finding the offices could give you a bit more information.
Well, I think we found everything we can find here. We go back to the assembly line. Might check some of the rooms there, find more information.
Follow you, Dan.
Is this walls here?
Where?
Right here.
Because we see the black, but we can't necessarily see the wall.
So there are doors here, 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 and down here.
We're not in
We're
that
talking
room.
about
We're
up here.
still in the security office.
There's supposed to be a door there, yes. But what you're looking at is a scanner. Kind of like a TSA type thing.
And does this room end here, or is there more?
Oh, this room ends here, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the reveals aren't exactly perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back down to the warehouse.
Okay.
This place more like a nut house.
Are there any signs on the wall for these doors?
This one says cargo in. This one says foreman office. This one says record office.
So is that like a parking lot? 'Cause it says cargo in.
I'm done.
Very well done.
Let's go in the foreman's office.
Okay. Let me... This room is absolutely filthy. And not because of the carnage. Stacks of papers, overstuffed filing cabinets, disgusting Tupperware fill the room. A wastebasket that's long since overflowed is filled with crumpled documents. You also note that, as you would expect, there's a desk with a terminal.
Oh damn, looks like a pack of carnies went through this office.
No, hun. That's just middle management.
Will, you're better with computers. Why don't you take a look at that console?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give me just a second. You look at the computer and check your handouts.
It's like a Fallout computer style.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my god, Mike Hawk.
Anybody want to read it out loud for...
Let's see here. I'll read it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dear Research Director...
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Now we hear you.
That was weird. I was trying to do one of my voice mod voices. Maybe that's why you couldn't hear me. Anyway. Dear Research Director... Blank. The nut butter has been an overwhelming success with our taste test groups. However, before we move to full-scale production, we need to address the glaring issue with the nut butter. The heat, along with the precise valve timing needed for cleaning, make it a hazard to keep it in its current container. I know you have an interest in the monorail digging project, so perhaps we can schedule a group evaluation this week, so we can find a better storage location for the nut butter. Have a good day. Mike Hawk, Foreman.
It appears that they were having issues with this nut butter. It must be pretty volatile or something. At least based from what you can glean from this.
So it seems like current containing is hazardous. Now, I don't know if that means from the pressure or some other reason. We should probably leave that valve alone, lest we cause some sort of explosion.
Well, never mind, I won't give it away.
But what if we could, maybe use some of that explosive nut power?
Remember your goal. That's all I'll say.
Exterminatus.
We can blast nut all over the place.
Now, I ain't no chemist, but I know a thing or two about a meth lab. You think some of this stuff to melt them rocks mixed with this nut butter might make some kind of bomb?
On this, you imagine the pressure buildup would probably be, from this alone, would probably be enough to cause a massive explosion. You've seen this stuff in kind of its produced state. It has in order to produce it, it has to be held at extremely high temperatures, like 10,000 degrees. And it's sticky, like, you know how if you really want to hurt someone, you'll throw, like, boiling sugar water at them?
Okay.
So it's essentially nut napalm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's in kind of its raw, unprocessed state.
Yeah, I don't know about throwing molten sugar on people, but
Yeah,
I know what napalm is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you have, like, boiling water with sugar in it, like, at least I think that's what it is. If you, like, throw that on someone, it does a lot of damage because the sugar makes it stick to their skin.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That can happen when you're melting stuff to make syrup or candy.
Yep. So, where do you want to go? You saw the room immediately below you was the records office.
Well, we know it can blow the place up, but we need a way out. And I'd like
Also,
to
we're
see...
probably gonna have to call it in like the next 10 or 15, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, where are you guys going?
Let's see what this records office has.
Yeah, I think after we do this, it'll be perfect for tonight.
Ooh.
So,
Sure.
this room is almost entirely bare. There's a nut-themed calendar, and an empty metal bookshelf has been pressed up against the barren walls. Aside from that, the normal furnishings of an office are present. A metal desk, an office chair, and a terminal are situated under a white fluorescent light in the corner of the room.
Well, we'll go look at the terminal.
Okay. There are three different three different folders that you're able to look at. First, you've got that one. Check your...
Yep.
You want me to read that one too?
Sure.
Daily schedule, 6 a.m. Morning check-in, 10:45 a.m. Re-educate floor workers on nut butter valve safety. 4 p.m. Examine source depth.
Next one, in the shared folder.
Nut butter safety. Listen here, you roustabouts. Because some of you have a first grade reading level, I have to spell it out for you. Do not turn the big yellow wheels. You have to leave them open at all times, unless someone smarter than you tells you to turn them. If any of the valves are closed, the nut butter pressure will get too high and the whole vat will have to be flushed. And not only will you be fired, but your severance package will be used to cover the recoup costs. Thank you and go fuck yourself.
And last, but certainly
damn.
not least.
Oops.
Dan, you really was hiring carnies, weren't you?
For the Bophades. If you're reading this, Bophades family, congratulations on getting this far. But as I'm sure you've noticed, you're a bit late to the party. You like what I've done with the place? Sorry I missed you, but I had important business to take care of elsewhere. Can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies. That was directed right to you guys.
Do you want to make a contact roll? See if there's anything else on that terminal?
Nice.
I just made it.
Well,
Nice roll.
what you find is that every trace of whoever owned this terminal has been deleted. Payroll records, personal documents, even the preemptive typing habits have been removed. Facial recognition data off of all the cameras. That's why you noted the name was redacted in that foreman's letter. He was able to remotely wipe his name off of all communiques. He or she, you don't even know.
Well, he thinks he can...
Man.
Obviously,
drag
you
us
had a
all the way
rat
out
in
here.
your company.
Thinks he
Someone
can
wanna
drag us all the way out here and then tell us we have no chance?
Somebody want to
see
make
about
me
that.
an observation roll?
Observation.
Panic?
A little bit of panic. We're
You hold it
good.
together. You notice right over by this bookcase and these cabinets, there are scuff marks on the floor.
As in they look like they've been moved.
Recently, probably.
Uh,
Check them.
regularly, but not in the past week or so.
Okay. Secret passage.
Will, help me grab these things.
It's going to require enough characters to get you to a combined strength 8 in order
Combined
to move
strength
this
of
stuff.
8?
A combined strength, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
let's
So
see.
Will and whoever else.
I got
I've
3.
got 4.
I got
Well,
Okay.
I got 5.
Yeah, we got enough.
So, you guys, it takes a lot of effort, even with all of you working, but
Candace
You
is
find-
gonna sit pretty back here.
you find a tunnel through the floor going almost straight down. This looks like it was basically dug with hand tools, so whoever did this was being very, very covert. Think like Shawshank Redemption or like the Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Anybody going in?
Let's take a look.
Is it lit at all or is it dark?
It is very dark.
luckily we've got that flare.
I was about to say, I think I'll just pop that flare.
So, it's very cramped for about 30 meters, or actually 20 meters. And then the slope starts to even out, and the tunnel widens into a giant open chamber. In the center of this chamber is a large stone statue of a humanoid head. And surrounding it are metallic urn-like objects. But it is clear from their arrangement that several of these objects are missing.
Yay, urns.
I don't think
Wait.
these things is storing nut butter.
What do you think, Jack? You seen these?
Were there any urns on the galaxy? I don't remember.
No, there were not.
So no, I've never seen anything like this.
Will, you've heard rumors about statues like these in temples on Arcturus, on Arcturus,
Yep.
of like this alien race that's worshipped by the Arcturians.
I've heard of a famous operation to rescue some hostages.
Yep. Yeah, you were not part of that operation, but you remember hearing some rumors about it. And I think that's...
Phil,
Sorry, go ahead.
I think Phil probably would have heard some inane ramblings from, why can I not remember his name?
Tom Young Mama.
Him, yes.
Yeah, he probably had some crazy conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but he probably would have tied it to the Azaraki Sky people and, like, multiplication tables. So,
Yeah. So, with that revelation, we are going to end it. We're going to do the classic Hollywood, splitting the final bit into 2 pieces.
Let's go.
So, I hope this first half has been fun, and I hope you're excited for what's yet to come. You
Yeah,
guys
it really flew by.
Yep,
All the
you guys-
setups been really good.
Yeah, it
Yep,
has
you guys
been.
have made yourselves. Looks like you've got somebody very crafty who's working against you.
It's Bophades.
Who knows who it could be?
have yet to see anyone outsmart the bullet.
But we can meet next Saturday if that works for people.
Yeah, it should
to
be good.
finish this up.
Should be good for as far as I know.
Sounds
Right.
good to me.
Hell yeah.
Well, I will end my stream right there.
Awesome. I'm gonna try and find somebody to raid.
All right. Well, I am going to sign off, but I look forward to the conclusion of this. I may end up not retooling some stuff, but I may end up kind of just doing some extra stuff to make the finale even more crazy in a good way.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
I look forward to it.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Take
Good night.
care.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank y'all.
Y'all later.
Thank you.